changed so much where G2 has adapted their style. We just watched the
Right, I guess we are live.
They were. It'll be so much harder to beat them than the first time they
सब
played.
कुछ बराबर है दोस्तों. टाइम है मैच को चालू होने में. 10 मिनट है 10 मिनट.
I think MIBR coming to this one knows that this is going to be a challenge. Just go ahead and hear from Verno. Riv got an opportunity to catch up with him earlier on.
I'm here with Verno, ahead of another big match for them, right back into another best of 5. Is there anything particular as a leader you do for yourself or kind of the team to center them and get them ready for kind of long games like this that could be another 5 games?
I mean, we're just making sure not to dwell on like the past series and just like learning from the simple things that we need to do better for today.
कितना watch party करेगा बस भाई. ये गेम तो important है यार.
Calling a little bit tighter when you feel like you're using everything up. Are you able to?
All right, are we good?
I mean, I think we're.
I need to change my headset for my
issue. So.
Awesome. Thank you for the insight, bro.
Talking me off. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello.
Very few words.
हर्ष भाई और मैं जो watch party के लिए कर रहे थे ना bro. हर्ष भाई और मैं बोल रहे थे ना कल VCT watch party करेंगे. उसके लिए हम लोग सॉर्ट कर रहे थे ना, वो 2 सेकंड में सॉर्ट हो गया. अबे 2 सेकंड नहीं लगा चैट. अब बस मेरे को कल एक चीज करनी है और वो है मेरे को ऑडियो मीटर डाउनलोड करना है और ऑडियो मीटर से बस काम कर देना है ताकि हम 2 हेडसेट कनेक्ट कर पाए. भाई यार 3-2 इससे मॉन्स्टर लेनी पड़ेगी. नींद आ रही है मेरे को. नहीं आ रही. फनाटिक सपोर्ट की है, मैं जीत गई. आज बस हो गया. कल एक्चुअली कितने लोग आए? 10-15 लोग आ गए क्या? एक बार लोग आ जाए ना तो मैं चेक कर लूँ कि चीज़ें बराबर है कि नहीं. बिकॉज हमने थोड़ी सी सेटिंग्स के साथ छेड़खानी करी है दोस्तों. G2 सपोर्ट कर दे प्लीज. शट अप. मैं सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ MIBR. फुल MIBR सपोर्ट. के फूदी वरामो दो ते सांदो. हाँ अब बताओ मेरे को एक चीज़, क्या मेरी आवाज़ और बराबर है और क्या मेरे और तुम लोग को साउंड बराबर आ रहा है? Support G2 please shut up.
And he's got to play like he did yesterday again if he wants it to happen.
I mean, the best part about Zeno watching him yesterday was the fact that he was so able to balance a lot of his fragging power with his utility. For MIBR, it felt like they really
तो हम लोगों ने ना क्या किया,
and the ult rounds to kind of
कल हम लोगों को ये करनी है, वॉच पार्टी करनी है. तो उसके लिए अब मैं सोच रहा हूँ क्यों ना क्यों ना कल की वॉच पार्टी के लिए लोग साथ में करते हैं. ठीक है. तो अब उसके लिए जो हम लोग को करना है ना वो हो गया. बस हर्ष भाई के स्ट्रीम पे चेक मारना था कि क्वालिटी बराबर आ रही है कि नहीं. क्योंकि मेरे अच्छा हाँ एक और चीज, क्वालिटी बताओ 2K आ रही है. G2 जर्सी पहनो ना भाई. मैं नहीं पहनूंगा. मैं क्यों पहनूं G2 जर्सी भाई? एक बार बताओ क्वालिटी 2K आ रही है. हाँ हर्ष भाई सो गया यार. ठीक है क्वालिटी 2K आ रही है. तो आई वाचिंग पूरा मैच probably, but अगर 5 मैप तक गया तो I won't. I'll watch 1 map या 2 maps till 5:36 o'clock तक बस. I'll wake up at 11 और मैं 11 बजे सेटअप करूँगा ये स्ट्रीम का और 12:30 हम लोग वो स्ट्रीम करेंगे कल की. तो तुम लोग क्या बोलते हो चैट कि मेरे को 1-2 मैप देख के सो जाना चाहिए? कल फ्रेश तीनों BO5s रहेंगे. अमेरिका, पैसिफिक, EMEA. तो पैसिफिक के लिए पेपर एक्स RRQ, EMEA के लिए फनाटिक लिक्विड. बैंगर गेम. और फिर उसके बाद अमेरिकाज में इसका लूजर वर्सेस NRG. बैंगर गेम है ना, तो कल फ्रेश रहेंगे अपन। तो अभी ये देखते हैं 1 मैच 2 मैच, ठीक है, देखते हैं कौन कितना स्ट्रांग है, कौन कितना अच्छा खेल रहा है। ऐसा लगा बैंगर जाएगा, 5 मैप जाएगा, सो जाएंगे। 3 मैप में खत्म होने वाला गेम लगेगा तो 3 मैप देख के सो जाएंगे। क्या जिंक्स कर रहे हैं भाई, बढ़िया लग रहा है क्लर्ज भाई, लव यू
I brought up how volatile they are, the volatility
मार्टिन
that
घी
they
खत्म
have,
कर
and I
दे,
like to
हाँ
gamble.
भाई बहुत मारा।
I like to gamble. Not like that.
कितनी देर में होगा ये चालू होएगा आई गेस।
I like taking risks.
ब्रो ये क्या है, लोग इतना G2 को क्यों सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, क्यों कर रहे हो G2 को सपोर्ट, मत करो भाई।
I do think they're the underdog here, just because no, but they're the new team. G2 has
और
such a
फिर
good foundation to fall back on. MIBR doesn't have that.
कल पता है कल कैसे मचाएंगे अपन, कल हर्ष भाई और मैं ना बैठ के जो चिल्लम चिल्ली करेंगे ना 2-3-4 घंटा, मजा आएगा भाई हर गेम। लव यू क्लोज, जर्सी पहन लो, शट अप। रिवर्सिव वाला गेम हुआ अभी जैसा, तो सो जाएंगे ना भाई। आवाज कम सी आ रही है, मैं धीरे बोल रहा हूँ भाई। सपोर्ट G2 नहीं भाई, मेरी फेवरेट टीम है MIBR, मैं MIBR सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ। क्यों G2 सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ?
And then the world champs, if they can't close that one out, this is where they have to lock in and prove why this team had such lofty expectations in 2026.
I mean, and Myrna, it does feel like coming into this one, MIBR, if they lose this, they'll think about how much pressure that's going to be going into the lowers.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're facing against NRG too, probably. So it's like, it's really hard. You have these two titans, like you're saying, that you're trying to face, and also you can't lose today because you're showing now 10 different games, like you said, going into that third one, trying to prove yourself, trying to have that endurance, and man, it's definitely hard on the mental as a player.
But if they do it, such a testament to what this team has put together.
Good point.
Proves the mentals there, proves they're a super team.
Now, this is it, folks. Next team that is going to be punching their ticket to Santiago. Will it be G2? Will it be MIBR? Let's send it down to the stage and bring out your 2 teams for this middle bracket final.
Arena Riot Games, bora pra mais uma final valendo vaga no Masters. Faz barulho porque hoje o Mibr joga!
MIBR, they went through the gauntlet yesterday, facing off against Furia in a grueling 5-game series. They fell short at the finish line, and now they have another opportunity to run that race again. But the question is, Mimi, can they do it? They have the firepower. They have the talent. They just need to put it together against a damn good team in G2.
They have to show how well they can recover, how deep their map pool, their strats can go for a team that is still so new, facing off against one of the ultimate titans here in America. But they beat them already. The question is, can they actually do it again? Deny G2 their revenge and qualify to Santiago.
Now, let's bring out their opponent. 3-time America's champions.
Oh shit, गरम पानी चाहिए रहेगा दोस्तों। कल कौन सी
You heard her, 3 times America's champions. G2 Esports has come into this kickoff with a lot of questions, changes that they made, additions that they brought in, Athena. But it does feel like right now, in this moment, the prep work, everything has paid off for G2. They just have one more job to do.
I mean, the core of this roster know how they want to play the game. And last year in Stage 1 and Stage 2, they only dropped the 1 game before qualifying to an international both times. So if that history repeats itself, technically they should be winning today, only losing that 1 game. But they have so much to prove, showing us that now they have these layers and layers on their game plan with a newly found identity in a much faster paced G2.
We're also looking that they're willing to make these changes and take risks to try and find the success here that they're looking for, especially going up into this best of 3. Look at this map pool. Like, we're going up against Breeze, which is a jet playground for MIBR, and that they looked really good on that. So I'm excited to see what G2 bring out on their side. Hopefully going.
Apart from Valor, how's life going? Super good, bro.
Hard to counter, but you know, figuring out that Ospas
it's good when you're consistent. It's good when you're working.
Down. I feel like G2 they might
you're
have
watching
a little
games
bit of a solid hold on that. Again, they had so many notes to kind of see and watch them play it yesterday.
I wonder if this is a bit of a trap card though. G2 has not had to show their breeze so far. What do they have
already?
I can see it being ran back here. It's going to be so interesting to see what their read is on how to beat this Ospas Jet on a map that's so good for MIBR.
And that's very exciting to me because when I first saw G2 kind of dominate in their last best of 3, I think a big factor of that was them bringing out the double duelists and kind of changing up their play style and going for that aggression. Here, I was thinking, you know what, they've seen it. You know, maybe we're kind of preparing for that on the side of MIBR. But looking at this map pool, we haven't seen a lot out of G2 from this side, whereas MIBR, we saw a lot of these just last night.
Yeah, well, here comes the agent select here. No shocker there. You're going to see Ospas on his trademark Jet, but you are going to be seeing Zekin on that Yoru, which is double duelist. That's good. He's going to get a little bit of presence on site.
Yeah, yesterday he did such a good job as that Yoru, flashing himself into sight, making sure he's getting a lot of those kills for himself.
भालों का तेरे नाम बन गया. मैंने सोचा था flow style
Ospas and this Neon, I love to see it. They are looking to stick towards a little bit more of that super active playstyle for G2.
Similar comps, but shows a difference in priority. MIBR want to put everything into Ospas. Give him that favorite Jet. Give him that off. G2 instead pick this Neon. It's a great agent for Jaw, and I think it does so much, especially for your defensive side. Having those fast rotations, that relay bolt that can completely shut down a hit, and an extra tool to help cut the
And when we saw the Neon already coming out on split side, so even did a little presentation on that, showing how Job does like to go for those slings, does like to take space, because he can. He's so quick with those rotates, like Mimi was saying. So it makes sense that they're prioritizing that over just a basic Jet comp.
Baby Bay has been gone for quite a
while from tier 1, but he was always one of the best duelists in
Americas. Now he's against
Ospas
and Zekin. Those are the top of the board. An opportunity for him to prove how ready he is.
I mean, look, the Smeeg is ready. I think
we've
seen this guy really grow on this team. He went from timid, more like, hey, I'll play the roles that need to be played. You know, I'll cover the base wherever things need to be covered. No, now Baby Bay is online. He's activated. He's got a lot to work with here. He's got a great pool, Myrna, of people to work with as well that are clearly supporting his mindset and how he approaches this game.
I feel like when you have a team that has so many layers and such a good solid foundation, that's the perfect space to start building onto that. And I feel like that's what Baby Bay and Jocko Duo have done. They've added onto that. They've added a new kind of
Valentine के मौसम में तेरे नाम क्यों बन गए अपना ऐसा ही है.
Which I think is where
ऐसा ही है भाई. मुझसे क्या होता है मुझसे भाई. मुझसे हेयर. अच्छा.
Yeah, it's going to be so interesting.
Volume hold करने के लिए.
An interesting contrast too for Tex, that player who won Ascension.
अबे ये सब artificial चीज नहीं लगानी बे.
Years ago, and once they
Scratch the hair with your
into
hand.
Americas,
जब गीले रहते हैं तब
on the team has to go over and make a new identity for himself and really start to prove himself in America.
चीज बताओ.
Picked up for this MIB
मैं बढ़ाऊंगा तो सही.
And well, he takes a back seat to the bigger names. Your Ospas,
जो लड़की वो एडमिन होती है. नहीं वो एडमिन होती है. एडमिन होती है.
Since coming to Americas.
डेव नहीं होती है. एडमिन होती है. रेफरी होती है.
But to do it on this new squad and prove why he's a part of this super team.
I mean, definitely pulling
भाई एक चीज बताओ, ये सब प्रोडक्ट्स लगाने से बाल झड़ते हैं ना.
I would definitely say though, like for MIBR, I think that this breeze is going to be such a
काम नहीं करे तो वाट लग जाएगी. मेरे को नहीं चाहिए भाई मेरे बाल झड़े.
Favors the Jet, long sight lines, opportunities for you to really just get a good lay of the land on the map. That's a rather a ripe opportunity for a player like Ospas and also a player like Zekin. And Emily, I can't help but feel like when MIBR gets into this, like they're going to need to show something a little bit different. Otherwise, I do fear G2 does have some of the reads because we have seen breeze from these guys before.
Yes, we have, and I do feel like G2 take advantage of shutting down those star players when they're going for these insane hero plays. I'm really looking forward to the
maths teacher दिख रहे हो.
You know, we have Zekin, Ospas, we have
आज हम पढ़ेंगे trigonometry.
Who's going to come out on top here?
It's going to be awesome, folks. Good news is
the
game is starting.
प्रोडक्ट नहीं लगाने भाई. अगर फ्लो हेयर स्टाइल नहीं हुआ बिना प्रोडक्ट लगाए तो फिर भाड़ में जाए.
Thank you, Golden Boy. We have the team that set the standard in Americas last year and went to carve this region into the world map versus the team that was purpose-built to upset the status quo and to set a new standard for this region. And somehow, they find themselves facing each other in our middle bracket final with Santiago on the line.
Both of these teams getting knocked to this bracket by Furia, the upset team of the year so far. And it was that match against Furia, which G2 lost, that Valen spoke to as being a turning point for their run in Kickoff. And since that game, we have seen the new G2, this experimental G2, a more exciting team, a more dynamic team running this double duelist. It started with
भाई डोंग के जैसे ना हो जाए मेरे बाल. पता चल रहा है डोंग के जैसे हो गए.
Destruction of NRG, the reigning world champs in their previous match.
ज़ेपाया डोंग जैसे बाल हो गए मेरे. Let's go MIBR.
Strong win against Furia, running the double duelist of their own. A lot of B-pops on Breeze at the moment, running this double duelist comp. And G2 don't intend on defending it too heavily to set up for the retake. Verno spotted out, but no surprise, let's overcommit to that fight.
अच्छा लगा गले में.
Starting to rattle off the calls to his players inside the B side.
भाई किसको BB और
brewing.
Short pass.
Sharpest attack across the side, dealt with Leaf and traded out. Oh my goodness, Verno.
2 HP है
correction and just in time. He was down to 2. Now things get a bit uncomfortable for Baby because he would be putting himself into a pincer scenario if he committed.
Nice.
As that Viper wall drops from the attackers, Trent is caught though. The Baby Bay feels uncomfortable.
भाई वो वर्नो को अरे Baby Bay.
Verno just take the peek out of window and try to backstab. Oh, I love this though. Oh, just not able to connect the shots.
वाह वाह वाह. क्या बात है मेरे अंकल.
Valen into the smoke. Run headlong into Tex in his handle. Baby Bay here.
Give up कर दो. 2 HP था वो 2 HP.
Right now.
Some early whips from Baby Bay, but if there's one player in this server of the 10 that I can trust to shake something like that off, it would be him. He has
हार जाओ. Give up कर दो. Give up. NRG को हरा देना NRG को.
When they've been down, like in the game against Cloud9, they started slow. He willed them back into it. So I'm not going to overreact. I mean, he's just a little bit to the left on all those shots. Just slightly off. That was well played by MIBR though, really just playing off the drops of Tech's wall to take duels together, open facing with multiple players. All works out well.
And then in that whole round there was going to be pressure from Elbow. They handled it so well. Baby Bay.
Baby versus second Yoru.
Gate crash of course for the Yoru back towards defense side spawn. Nice jaw, okay. Bandit sings out. Good pressure here over towards A-Man, but they're going to have to get active. Leaf finding Aspas here towards B now means that MIBR have to accelerate in.
Alright, they have been able to deal with these anchors with the worst weapons. Baby Bay, redemption.
देख लिया तेरे को भाई.
Now able to turn around before he can even get a shot off with the Marshall.
Okay, Jorg.
Yeah, little danger for a second. The new bandit damage paid off for Leaf, and Tex maybe a little bit too exploratory over on that A side, pushing into the smoke with an off timing, but MIBR
अच्छा खेले. 2 गन निकाल दी.
And they don't lose the most important of weapons in that round, so it doesn't really hurt.
जीडी के साथ क्या बीफ हो गई अब?
About this MIBR team is they prefer the NG to be low. They are a low-key kind of team.
भाई अभी ओवरऑल गेम प्ले वाइज ना चैट EMEA टॉप नॉच रीजन है. टॉप नॉच रीजन. नया टैलेंट भी है EMEA में और ओवरऑल गेम प्ले भी बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं वो लोग. एंड पैसिफिक भी सिमिलर लेवल पे ही है. EMEA थोड़ा सा ऊपर है 19-20. पर अमेरिका ना 10 होगा. अमेरिका ये साल कुछ नहीं जीत रहा भाई.
Never seemed like they were mentally out of it, but on this bonus round, a lot of rifles for MIBR, so not a bad buy at all as the Nebula drops and they're ready to just take elbow control. Now double back. It's back to the P-Pops. We're going to see a lot of these. It really is just a big part of the Breeze meta right now. It is so effective.
भाई कल ये लोग Breeze 13-2 की है.
Everyone knows he's going to have to fight inside the side here. Aspas is dashed in already. Zekin's handled. Baby Bear's able to fall back.
Zekin कल भी वही TP कर रहा था.
He does take a fair lick of damage in doing so, but Leaf is tucked in the corner and that's the spike to go loose. Trent steps up from Archers. G2 now getting active on this defense side. Not giving MIBR a chance to settle into the side.
Wow, stop.
Round for G2, quite a way to get into
Best
the game.
from Pacific.
Lovely anchoring there from Alif and Dre. Doubled up on that site. Real disconnection cards for Mibr from the G2 utility. I think coming through in the choke might have been a grapple. We didn't exactly get to see. I feel like that's probably most likely, but the pack did get cut off from the duelists. That allowed Leaf to get that free kill on Mazzino when he was late, just having to walk out of the smoke.
Nice shot.
And then Trent gets in there as well. All right, bro, come on, give
chicken.
credit there. They were the first kills.
जब भी पढ़ने के लिए YouTube खोलता हूँ आपकी स्ट्रीम चालू हो जाती है हर 2 घंटे में.
Some of these games.
And he did get his
फिर वॉच पार्टी करने आ गया.
Still celebrating about it recently in interviews, which is hilarious.
Wow, wow. Jog. नहीं. Shit.
Mazzino barely got off the starter's mark in this round.
कैसे हार रहे हैं?
Still over towards that attack side spawn. And there it is, G2. Disruptive. Get ahead of the play. Catch Mibr completely flat-footed.
That's a new G2 moment. The double duelist push. Well, not going to be a flawless this round, as Tex is able to deal with Leaf. But even still, for Mibr, how do you get back into this? Baby Bay low HP, Jaw as well, so
Hi शुभ भाई.
if they catch the right timing, those
इग्नोर
could
कर
be
दिया. अरे
some
सॉरी
very easy
तुम माने नहीं.
kills for them.
भाई जेंटलमैन अच्छा खेली यार.
Walking through elbow.
फनाटिक चोक कर गई.
Recon up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looks like he's just jiggling that angle temporarily. Forced back though.
निकालेगा टेक्स निकालेगा.
For the Sova in his jaw. Nice little
Nice,
timing.
nice.
Tex is obviously
1v3
fully
Tex,
revealed
let's
now.
go.
Maybe they should be able to pop out on it, but he's low.
क्या बात है टेक्स.
Eventually puts that to bed.
Nice try, nice try.
Gets a little bit messy, but that's G2 now with some consecutive
ये
round
भी देखने
wins.
मजा आता है. Everyone so
And
hyped in
again,
that
it's been
region
that
यार.
proactivity on this defense.
अभी अमेरिका में chill game चलता है. Lo-fi.
And because of that flawless on the prior round,
कोई
that
lo-fi
damage
बोल
is
रहा हूँ.
really not all too significant anyhow. Nothing too complex from the duelist duo there. Just a display of the raw aim power that they have right now and their desire to just impose their will on the game with early aggro plays like that on defense, constantly keeping the attackers on their toes, forcing them into early passive positions on rounds.
Such a fine line, being proactive on defense without just taking wild fights constantly. That was quite the adjustment required there for Baby Bay.
How about that? The crouch from Tex just dialed on that angle.
He's looked very sharp already in this map.
Yeah, it feels like Tex is definitely starting to bounce back.
Second भी निकालेगा एक देखो.
Definitely question marks about his inclusion in it after a slow year with Lev in 2025.
Shot.
As well now, as G2 are just getting too aggro. Ooh, all right, that's nice from Jaw there. What a timing.
The spanner in the works for sure. That's the spike going loose now. It's all of G2 converge on that position.
बाप रे तीनों के तीनों पुश कर दिए.
Might be able to get purchase. Okay, out of nowhere. That's the explosiveness you're looking for out of Jorgamo. And big damage on Aspas to force him off the line. Mazzino is down.
Nice Zekan.
Jaw ends up being felled by a classic.
Aspas निकाला 1v1.
To bring back for Aspas.
Shit. NT.
As Valen makes his contribution and gets G2 out with 3 rounds.
Had them sweating though. That stick shot from Tex to open things up. Maybe an over push into elbow. Verno gets that free kill. And in that moment, Leaf just walking forward. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but we did see in that game against NRG, there were moments where G2 were almost getting overconfident, pushed a little bit too much, and that gave NRG an inroads back into the game, though it was ultimately only temporary. But that can't be a situation they find themselves in here today. Mibr maybe just going right back to the simplicity of the pop, but this time with a lot of ultimates the Anchors will have to deal with.
Baby Bay has the option to fall back should he want to. Flash on the drone, and it's not going to see the
Baby Bay यहीं खेलता है.
No, Baby Bay's hidden entirely. And Spas is up into the line. Hunter's Fury in play. Baby Bay
Leaf 3 मारा.
3 through the smoke. This round is a risk of falling apart instantly now with Verno. The last up.
भाई साहब Leaf. कितना स्ट्रीम करोगे भाई? अपना तो ऐसा ही है.
That swagger we've seen from them in the last few games.
The B-holds are just rock solid. And when you
Lerok
have
BBL का मारता है भाई. Lovers Rock भी बहुत अच्छा है.
current breeze,
Lerok तो अच्छा है पर Lovers Rock और डेंजर है.
Seriously struggle. It is important to win rounds on these pops, but again, there's this disconnection.
Yo, y'all should see that replay. I did not see anybody.
And he's right.
You'd never get that out of me.
But
that's all I'm saying.
That Aspas updraft dash over, it's awkward. He's just
अबे कल 13-0 करने वाले थे ये लोग. आज क्या हो गया भाई?
But misjudged where he was going. I couldn't see if
कल 13-0 होने वाला था, आज क्या हो गया?
Trying to land upper, that's pretty common.
बेबी वापस आया.
Regardless,
हमेशा से यहीं था, वापस कहाँ गया?
Not the ideal spot, and then no one is able to scale out from main. We saw that on the last
Fnatic का तो खेल खत्म है.
There was a disconnection with the duelists, and then the players.
भाई पर ना तुम लोग देखो कल Fnatic ना टीम लिक्विड को इतना गंदा मारने वाली है ना.
From Verno doesn't see anything. It's
जा रही सोने. वो पे MIBR जीत जाए, बिल्कुल जीतेगी MIBR.
They don't know he's there. So Aspas has to be the one to adapt and try and take that fight, but he already, like you said, had an awkward landing.
Yeah, that time it was a nice usage of the Hunter's Fury from Trent that really just bogged them in that choke.
But they've got more things here to punish chokes.
13-8 MIBR, yes sir.
There's plenty, but that came from Astro Util, Viper's Pit also.
By the way, we have not seen Baby Bay op once yet.
MIBR 3-0.
And that has been an aspect of this
G2
game
let's
that
go liquid
has taken them to the next level. They didn't have a super strong, dedicated opper in the past, but now they do. Not even a factor in this game yet. On Breeze defense, one of the best opping maps in the game, though maybe not as much now with the top style on attack. He just wants to keep the rifle for the close range fights. Very reasonable too. But
yeah, we saw that play into elbow, right? 3 kills for the defenders.
मेरे को लगा बेबी ऑफ लेके आ ही गया मिड.
They have a lot of ultimates to work with. They prioritize getting.
If MIBR wins G2, MIBR qualifies. If G2 wins, G2 NRG qualifies.
So wary about a split here, Wyatt.
मेरे को लगता है if G2 wins, G2 NRG qualifies.
So our up mid is not going to scan anything.
Sure, going for info.
If MIBR wins, MIBR and G2 qualifies.
He had Dre with him to.
देखो any which ways G2 NRG को तो बहुत गंदा मारती है.
Would have been just spraying a jaw on the slide, but
G2 को बस कोई 5 अलग प्लेयर भी दे दो तो भी वो लोग NRG हरा देंगे.
At least low economy. Try and play his life as much as possible, but he does need to get some info.
Now Verno would love to get a tag with this so he could rip the Hunter's Fury, have everyone scale in off the back of that.
Gonna go for it anyway. Decent idea of where to aim it by the looks of things. Maybe a little bit low, but here's Valorant fighting inside main. Storm connects. Headshot on the Jorgamo. Babyface going to try and fight his way back in, but he's low.
चाटा खाएगा देखो. चाटा खाएगा.
He still wants to play. It's so active here. Instead of waiting for Trent to get there for double duel, maybe didn't feel like he had the time.
Look at this HP on MIBR.
भाई वो 1 HP पे तीनों.
Vulnerable to one shot dart. They want to swing out. They want to fight together. Oh,
नहीं second पे.
Trent did well there. Good position to stay alive, and surely he can disrupt this plant if he can get a shock here around the corner. It's a little on the later side. So Zekin does get the stick. Could be a timing here for Trent. He's heard the updraft too. 1 versus 2. Trent with a lot of work to do, and
nice one.
A too high low setup there for MIBR will do him in.
Desperately needed round. That time switching up into the A. Exec, great Hunter's Fury came out from Verno. Really disrupted the setup. He gets multiple tags with it as well. So it's an easy trade there onto Valen. The ultimate's expended out of the timeout, but a good round called. Frog getting in the mix was the solution for them to get
इधर भी Emondi रहा ना.
And honestly, most of that round, G2 have no idea where.
आसपास ही क्यों है final boss? क्योंकि मैं VCT में नहीं हूँ ना.
Nothing.
Baby Bet does finally pick up that operator we were talking about, posting up in elbow.
अबे क्योंकि वो फाइनल बॉस है भाई.
That Nebula forces him to a slightly more passive.
पर आसपास भी टेंस को बोलता है कि ओरुई 120 लगा.
That was a leg shot onto Aspas.
भाई यार फाइनल बॉस की बाजा बच गया था.
Stood over behind the box, but that's not going to be the case. So Shock Dart won't get the damage he would have hoped.
अगर ये भी 5 राउंड के आपका घी खत्म नहीं मैं 2 के बाद सो जाऊंगा. 2 के बाद एनी विच वे सो जाऊंगा मैं ब्रो. Because कल बहुत बड़े गेम्स हैं, मुझे कल के गेम्स देखने हैं.
Verno spotted out.
This is still so early into the round and nothing really seen that it's not going to alter the G2 positions too dramatically whatsoever.
Batum playing off the site here. Cosmic Divide for retake could be pretty crucial.
And now at this point, MIBR could
करने वाला है Zekin सब mid-A split कर रहे हैं लोग.
There is the potential of that, so Zekin has to clear out through doors as this split is going to come in from MIBR. Success on A last round, let's go for it again.
On the side here, Joel goes forward, takes Verno out of the game, but Zekin now appears out of the dimensional drift. Nova Pulse though connects. The follow-up though unlikely. Valorant knows it's a clone that's
बहुत प्यारा स्टंट था वो. कैपिटलाइज करने के लिए कोई था नहीं. टेक्स पे अल्ट खोल सकता है टेक्स.
Miles away. Valorant and Trent have to be dialed in right now. It doesn't look like MIBR want to be proactive. They don't have any flashes left on Zekin. They can't really fight forward, but they can fight in the pit.
इसको देखो लीफ को.
Timing might be everything. Mazino, is he ready?
He's ready. Oh no! Gun away! Now Leaf has that backstab pressure. Viper's Pit, of course, will protect MIBR to some degree, but Valon is in there! Like
Bro, Valon!
And Aspas limping around the side at 30 health. It'll be a multi-swing to clean up the goat himself. G2 will post 5.
No, इसे मैच हो जाए कल स्ट्रीम पे हो जाए. अबे कल सब होगा, सब वॉच पार्टी होगा कल.
The free kill on Mazino, and that's
कल सब वॉच पार्टी होगा.
button for the rest of the G2 team.
कुछ बच जाएगा वो भी वॉच पार्टी होगा. है कुछ फुटबॉल, रग्बी, बास्केटबॉल, बेसबॉल, स्विमिंग, विंटर ओलंपिक्स, हॉकी, वैलोरेंट, सब.
Really is he giving himself up?
Watch party final was.
Where he takes down the Sova, feels fine.
Now what is going on here? Look at Aspas. I mean, pretty dramatic contrast to the investment from everybody else.
The hero
op and armor. Everyone else, nothing.
तुम्हारी engagement भी.
Pretty crazy to go for.
भाई मेरे chat में एक बंदा खुद से बात कर रहा है. भाई तू 4 बजे क्या कर रहा है? पढ़ रहा हूँ.
Have knives for the next round if they lose this. So.
Oh no! Final boss.
Opener for Jaw. Beautiful shot.
Op recovered at least by Tex, who's a pretty dab hand with the scope weapons himself.
And that used to be his bread and butter when he was a duels player himself. Look at this timing though from G2, waiting for the Nebula drop, doubled up. Jaw dominant in this round.
2 pops, 2 kills from Jaw.
This new G2 proactivity, baby Bay. Slowly watching that angle.
I love that he flashes and he's ready for another.
Loneliness final stage.
Nothing encompasses what G2 are good at more than a round like this.
आसपास final boss G2 final boss से मिल लिया.
Dismantling of MIBR, who was so close to just already qualifying for Santiago in that upper bracket.
क्या कर रहा है भाई? पढ़ रहा था यार. तू 4 बजे क्या कर रहा है? सोया नहीं?
Many people would argue after that loss against Furia.
सोचा कल स्ट्रीम कैसे करेगा? अरे हो जाएगी. What's up, boy?
Argue though, this G2 team look like
जोग में भाई आपका घी जो है ना बड़ा गंदा है भाई.
They were playing in the last 2 games.
Fraud quality घी है.
So this is tough for MIBR.
ये देखो बोला था मैंने.
On the dash away.
Just a little bit too early for those.
2 राउंड मारता है, बचता है, शांत हो जाता है.
Not to be impacted by them.
This is a round as well where Verno, selfless IGL, just had a sheriff, but should be able to recover that rifle, and does. So it's now a full buy for MIBR.
Conceal this Astra util on the choke.
Best of 5.
Looks like they're out of there. Valon is Nova pulsed as a parting gift from MIBR. Fair enough.
Some after many rounds of more emphasis towards the A side. MIBR are going.
भाई ये लोग सब लोग elbow आ रहे हैं क्या? अरे माँ कसम.
Brick wall. They were giving them nothing. Flawless rounds even.
It's the drone. Yeah, this is going to get Baby Bay off the line. He had the gate crash.
अरे Zekin मुंह पे आया.
Clear either way. Zekin deep into the site.
सो गया Trent वहाँ पे. Trent caught lacking. अच्छा.
To take a timing, but he makes enough noise.
Trent तो सो गया था. Caught lacking भी नहीं हो पाया.
Flash for Baby Bay. He's got to be jumping about here. Money not an issue for G2.
Baby Bay has to be the most diabolical hero ever, bro.
And even with the money in a good spot, they just want to say,
पूरा देखते हैं.
Feels
जहाँ तक देख सकते हैं.
pretty hopeless at that juncture, so can't really blame them. That time on the hold for G2.
Martin, the best looking duelist.
Previous rounds where MIBR went
best looking duelist.
Baby Bay is
Martin and Lovers
It is tougher. That's something we did mention briefly earlier, that him having the rifle is better for those situations. You could see from his point of view, it would have been better in that specific situation.
Exactly.
It's not that he shouldn't be picking the op up at some point in the game.
Maybe actually Uncle final was.
And at that, Leaf was going for a play down elbow at the same time. So he didn't have a teammate to play off of his close position.
Baby Bay से आपको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है. कुछ लोग 16 साल की उम्र में चालू करते हैं करियर अपना, 18 की उम्र में चालू करते हैं, और भाई साहब कुछ 18 में चालू करते हैं और 25 में रिटायर हो जाते हैं। बेबी बे ने भी अपना करियर चालू किया था, कुछ मिला नहीं, कास्टर बन गया, फिर उसको वापस चांस मिला 30 की उम्र में, 29 था वो, 29 या 30 था, तब एक चांस मिला। अभी अब वो एक परमानेंट प्लेयर बन गया G2 का 30 की उम्र में, and he's proving himself.
Sometimes those openers on breeze from defenders with ops can feel a bit forced.
The wall goes up for Jaw. It's going to drop it. A great time, but Tex ready for that kind of play. Maybe shot through the wall. Tex on half HP.
That's meaningful damage. But all the middle of the map is under MIBR's control. The world, or this map rather, is their oyster. I like this from Valorant. What a timing to take.
Valorant भाई बड़ा स्मार्ट खेलते हो मिड पे आप। घुस गया फाइनल बॉस, गिरा आसपास, गिरा आसपास, अरे गिरा आसपास।
Somehow he's still safe for the time being. Leaf though is going to get slid on there, gets Zekin, and Verno's up onto the side.
And he slipped back into the nebula. Oh, that timing, Baby Bay, unscoping.
Valorant's watching that jump peak for him now.
Zekin stuck on the side, no gate crash, can't get out of it. It's all about the timing. You just can't connect.
All of Baby Bay's angles here, Wyatt.
Wow.
Now it's
Verno versus Baby Bay. Almost आधी उम्र का Verno है उसके सामने.
Half. It's moving shot in the back. Verno slithers back around to B main.
Screen पे chat डालना.
One round map heading into round number 12.
Klurge भाई ignore ना करे, sorry.
That was a good decision from Verno, just
respect
calling
anyone
that
who
quick
wishes
pivot
to this stage
into the
though.
B exec.
Exactly.
With Valen pushing out of A, he catches Tex in mid.
Klurge भाई ignoring chat, sorry.
All the way back into main.
One enemy remains standing.
And they're able to actually get out of the choke there.
Give up नहीं किया bro उसने.
It took them a
Give up
second,
नहीं किया.
but they eventually play off the space that Ospas created.
कुछ लोगों के लिए चीजें जल्दी काम करती है, कुछ लोगों को टाइम लग जाता है।
The duel against Leaf.
और G2 को भी ट्रॉफी उठाने में टाइम लग जा रहा है।
Long back into this game, it felt like it was dominant for G2, and suddenly
Who is better, Baby Bay और दवाई? भाई honestly bro, मेरे को दवाई बहुत पसंद है।
Definitely a map that comes in stark contrast to MIBR's Breeze yesterday, where it feels like they really weren't offered a whole lot of resistance.
नहीं मार रहा है भाई, आसपास वही मारेगा देखो।
G2
फाइनल बॉस है, गिरा आसपास, गिरा आसपास। Wilson, lo siento Wilson.
They're really biding their time though. I mean, you can look at the spike. It's just
Wilson, lo siento Wilson.
You can imagine they're going to try to work the map and then pivot
पागल हो
into
चुका हूँ
a
भाई।
B-pop most likely. They have the Hunter's Fury to get
स्क्रीन
in.
पे चैट अबे वॉच पार्टी है यार, वॉच पार्टी में स्क्रीन पे चैट नहीं डालना अच्छा लगता।
Maybe activate some kind of flood for G2.
कहाँ डालूं स्क्रीन पे चैट? मैप कैसे दिखेगा आपको? प्लेयर की यूटिल्स कैसे दिखेगी?
And have Tex just be this late play through the mid doors, trying
G2
to
hater
backstab
spotted.
one of the players that are anchoring.
मैं G2 hater, yes, number one.
Hunter's Fury.
Baby Bay's
number
game
one.
is expired, so he has to walk now. Back through
Best VCT region Pacific और EME है bro.
Still util coming out. Hunter's Fury is in play. That's Trent. Here's the push across the site. Jaw's already found Tex. He's playing from mid doors. It looks like he wants a little bit more. Fast lane up, and Valorant is ready to activate.
Wow, Valorant.
Not just three. This leaves Mazzino with it all to do, and he needs to turn his back.
He can't even get the spike to the site on time. It doesn't even matter either way.
7-5.
Great hold from G2. Look at the disruption from Jaw when he just gets right back in there with the fast lane, and then the patience from Valen. There was an exact moment, a timing he needed to hit. If he went a little bit too
मुझे अभी तक यकीन नहीं हो रहा है MIBR फ्यूरिया से हार गई। आज के मैच के बाद और यकीन नहीं होगा।
Right in the moment where he can just pass through the fast lane that Jaw throws out, that was well done.
क्या हो गया भाई? अबे जोगमो भी अंकल है, पता है तुम लोग को? जोगमो भी अंकल है, जोगमो भी 26 वगैरह का हो गया। स्कार डुलिस्ट लेके मैच में बॉटम पे रहता है। अबे तुम लोग अपनी लड़ाई मेरी चैट में क्यों ले आए बे? दिल से बोलो क्लर्ज भाई बेबी बे के फैन हो।
Red Bull gives you wings.
जी, if you are a fan of Baby Bay, you are a fan of yourself. Baby Bay is God himself. छब्बीस वाले अंकल नहीं होते यार, क्या बात कर भाई। अगर मैं 26 का हो जाऊंगा तो मैं अपने आप को अंकल कंसिडर जरूर करूंगा भाई। मेरे को अगर कोई बच्चा बोलेगा ना अंकल अंकल इधर आओ, तो मैं कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा उसको। MIBR का डिफेंस तगड़ा है। हाँ, MIBR बेस्ट टीम है दुनिया में, नंबर 1। मैं MIBR का सबसे बड़ा फैन हूँ। For second or Ethan, who is better IGL?
Both teams it feels have had to
इसके बाद तो मर्द की लाइफ स्टार्ट होती है।
I feel like MIBR have been very restrained, very patient on a lot of these attack side rounds. G2 though, they've mixed in those defensive pops, right? They've been out of
ये कैसी बात हुई बे?
as they've
इसके पहले मर्द नहीं होता आदमी।
towards these sides. Now,
Can
we get to see G2 go onto the attack side. They get to set the pace, and this is breeze, right? The kind of, you don't just get to waltz through a choke and get caught in all this util. There does have to be some depth, some elegance to your plan.
आसपास मेरा चाचा है। चाचा। चाचा।
Could be super effective. G2 also
क्या आपका कभी जिंदगी में दिल टूटा है?
Overwhelming majority of the gun rounds there.
चाचा।
Duelists are ready to get through elbow.
चाचा।
Smokes up top mid, and for that B side connector, they're able to just group up with the team. Work into an A split.
लो सिएंतो विल्सन। भाई लोग 4 लोग मिड डोर गए। जो टीम मिड डोर गई है वो हमेशा हारी है भाई।
We're headed to a 5-on-5 retake.
भाई पर वो लोग भी हेवी खेल रहे
saw
थे।
this from G2. Curious if we get it again in the gun rounds, but still, pistols need to start singing here. Verno does at least have some recon.
पूरी गोलियां चला दो वर्नो भाई।
We've seen them have a willingness to really fight in the post plants, but it's not going to be a situation where they don't have enough utility on a pistol round, and you just have to clear
इसको देखो पत्ते को।
on A. No, they
ये
want to hold
पत्ता आ रहा है
the
मिड।
win con
अरे
of
भाई
being
साहब।
on this long wrap flank. I mean, I'm saying that they want to fight through. What a timing!
अरे
Util not necessary. Really.
विल्सन।
That one's done. I mean, he's gonna close it on that one. I thought they were just going to take their time and allow Leaf to work that flank, try to clean up at the end. Nope. They just make all the noise so he can flank even faster, fighting through the wall. Was there any util there? Did they have one flash? They had a relay bolt.
I did hear the flash, yeah.
But there was a relay bolt that came back yellow.
Come on, boys! Come on!
I love that though, honestly, from G2. Again, it's like I'm not expecting them to be going for plays like this. After watching a year of Taeho spam on the spike from Trent, I'm just not ready for it.
This is what Sideshow was getting at earlier in that entire sort of piece where he went through those replays. It's a different look team. And these two teams couldn't be more different in style. Oh, he hit him too?
Well, we're 1-for-1 on pistol rounds in this game. Both of these teams actually with
Master 28
pistol round win rates
into this match,
despite being
the
majority of their games, which is
Lo siento, Wilson.
Well, they both had to play against Furia, who are very good at pistols.
All right, here go G2 again. Just back to this 4-1 split. Zekin is pretty entrenched on the site and does not have a gate crash to get out of there.
भाई जगमो मर गया था almost दूसरे hit में.
A little bit too slow.
Now again, same situation for MIBR. They've got to play
once more
into this post plant from
G2. मिट जा रहा है. पत्ते पे गन दे दिया बताओ. अरे hacker.
But they're looking closer on the map. They are looking to catch MIBR on the way in.
वो वर्नो को देखो. वर्नो कैनन से आ रहा है.
G2 here. I'm really just thinking about
क्या बोलते हो उसे
to get Baby Bay some more orbs. He's getting close to the
Bro, वो 1 HP में भी मार दिया.
So that could be a priority here. Just have him hunt a little bit.
अरे रे जिसके हाथ में वो गार्डियन गई है वो बंदा लो हुआ है.
New G2. Well, Baby
गिरा आसपास. अरे रे.
And that'll be that. Mazzino with the Marshall that he doesn't intend to keep. Over to the site. G2 go up to 9 here, so obviously great start for them here in this second half.
भाई मैं ये मैप के बाद ही सो रहा हूँ दोस्तों.
Play with that level of pace.
इसको नहीं देखना माँ कसम.
An anti-eco where it's just second, who doesn't have a gate crash. There's a lot of qualifiers to that round.
क्या गेम चल रहा है बे?
Showing some momentum here.
ये तुम्हारी सुपर टीम.
Now into this bonus round.
ये बनाइए सुपर टीम. गिरा आसपास.
Nice though, isn't it?
Second.
Expecting no shotguns.
Violent of frag कर रहा है.
With a neon and a Yoru, not one. That's crazy. No Buckies. I thought we were getting that 100%. The Bucky into sight pop.
Doesn't look like that is the plan. Fast lane straight down mid. It's G2 off and running early. A lot of map control. The opportunity to leave Jorgamo.
उसको देखो माँ कसम Jorgamo को.
Never mind, he's got a shotgun.
Verno is ready for this though. No util for Jaw, just straight up peeking out.
Take flight.
Yeah, the awareness there from Verno, just a little bit too much.
अबे निकालो ना बे MIBR.
Not ready for that
जीतो
one.
भाई.
G2 again just pivoting into this A split, but this time the majority of players coming out in A main. Aspas with a pretty cool angle.
This attack side Viper will telegraphs the A split. It's a bit further back, right? Oh, okay. Sheriff work for Baby Babe. Alan on a timing.
आसपास को गिरा दिया भाई.
For that scenario, but still.
Yeah, I think there might have been a team flash there
उसको
too.
सही में गिरा आसपास हो गया.
Way too far back. Singer not going to be effective there whatsoever.
अबे आसपास कल भी वही पोजीशन पे खेल रहा था भाई.
To show himself. Hex at 58.
अरे भाई
okay.
2v3 बोनस राउंड है उन लोग का भाई बोनस राउंड.
You've got to start to be cognizant of this.
क्या बात है क्या बात.
It doesn't matter. Mizzino's on a mission.
सुपर टीम तो वाइटैलिटी भी थी.
Stuck in that site. Feeling the walls closing in,
सही
trying to
बात
get a
है ठीक
proactive
भाई.
fight while they're a man down, even things up. It's a nice little shot.
भाई अगर MIBR G2 के अगेंस्ट नहीं जीत पाई ना तो MIBR को सैंटियागो की तैयारी छोड़ देनी चाहिए. सैंटियागो की तैयारी छोड़ दो.
About them meeting him in the middle. It does feel like maybe now we're on the Jorgamo side of the spectrum.
Less in the middle.
Yeah.
With Baby Bay coming in the roster. I mean,
yeah, there's a Smeeg majority that's being developed on the
Smeeg majority. भाई बेबी बे इतने ये थ्रो करके गया ना और भाई साहब Zekken 1 2
from second, but a good instant trade from Jaw gets an upgrade. Now did G2 just hit the gas yet?
I think so. They're gonna just ignore the Viper ball with this fast lane, just run up.
Recon dealt with, so no chance of MIBR getting easy. Spam, look at this from Jaw. Relentless right onto
Verno. Jog lo siento Wilson.
The duelist from G2 is still just crazy, lightning fast.
It's not that they're without discipline, right? Much like MIBR, they've had that, but they really want to get this stuff started early on in the round. Mizzino's good from this position. We saw this a couple rounds ago. And I don't know if Baby Bay's gleaned a whole lot of information with this dimensional drift either.
Valen is stuck pretty far forward on the site, but that being said, G2 have
बताओ आसपास भाई कहाँ से रीटेक करोगे?
We need a 2026 आसपास moment.
These smokes are going to be allowing MIBR for the cross. Nebula drops Valen ready for the first, and what a transfer for the second as well. 17 and 6, by the way. Kind of just low-key going crazy.
Having a captain's map off the rip. On MIBR's map pick.
It feels like in a BO5, Valen always gives you one Valen map, where he's just going to drop that kind of score, the low death, a lot of kills scoreline. Usually it's playing on Bind. He loves to give you like a 22 kill, 9 death game, something like that. But right now he is just low-key a beast while Jaw and Baby Bay do all of the fighting in the front lines. He's there just playing RTS, dropping his little smokes. He's having a great time. He's like playing natural selection. He's the commander.
Natural selection.
And then he comes in and he kills everyone at the end. That's the chill little role.
It's his intuition for timing, I think, that has yielded like so many of these 2-kill moments. Maybe that one not so much, right? That's just beautiful transfer. But I think back to the defense side round where he pushes up to A main through that fast lane and is able to kill Aspas and Verno, both as they're actually trying to hit the side. It's that, the game sense innately that he has, that he's able to take use of. And that doesn't require him to rattle off orders to anyone else. He just plays up his own timing there. Add that together over enough rounds,
speedrunning MIBR super team.
Win your team the game.
Last time Fraud called timeout back on that first half, MIBR did have immediate success. They won
क्योंकि जो अमेरिका है ना,
an actual buy on that next round here.
वो G2 का
region
है
actually. Anywhere near the money.
बाकी सब उनके region में खेलते हैं.
Not really nearing too many ults when they get to the actual buy.
मैं तो चाहता हूँ भाई, मैं तो चाहता हूँ ये लोग अपने रीजन में कम से कम थोड़ा हारे तो अच्छा खेलेंगे फिर आगे जाके, और साला हारते ही नहीं बे, इंटरनेशनल जाके हार जाते हैं अलग। इससे हमें पता चलता है अमेरिका जैसा रीजन बहुत खराब है।
Aspas does have the hero rifle.
Let's go, Giraspas.
That's courtesy of the Verno drop.
How far forward do G2 think he could be?
Nice.
Wow, that is clinical.
One shot gets out of there. Did G2 try and commit to this? Jaw has the spike right now. Fastlane, the slow walk
He's
in.
walking. I love that.
Devious.
Throw off the timing a little bit. There's a play with a classic close on sight.
क्या बात है मजीनो?
Has already dealt with Baby Bait. Jaw responds. But this is getting messy now for G2. And yeah, it's time for a gambit. He's pinged out though by the recon. This is very dangerous for Jaw. And Zekin slaps him down.
क्या बात है?
Yeah, that ultimate is still not very good when you're in the middle of the air. Valorant now into a 1-on-3. 2 players with just pistols, but Aspas, the GOAT, heads the rifle, so Valen is going to take his time. Tex actually recovers a rifle there too. So MIBR getting
30-40 के बंदे लोग मार के जा रहे हैं.
This be the timing?
Valen trying to keep them interested in A main. I think he's going to get a timing on Tex because of that smoke
उसको
activation.
एक खाली मिल जाएगा. जो होगा वो सीटी आएगा, वरना उसके पास गन नहीं है, क्लासिक है उसके पास.
Cosmic divide late here if he really wants to.
Oh, MIBR second guess this. They actually think he pump faked.
गन मिल गई.
Grab Verno rifle, so he's going to go pick that off of his dead teammate's corpse as Valen brought it to that 2 versus 1, playing back pyramid now. You know, multiple angles he could try to swing.
वाह, Valen कैसा खेलता है देखो.
One fight, bring it to the 1v1.
Would you expect the sole defender to be in Valen's position here? It might be more likely to take the A main fallback based on where the spike's been planted. He's given himself away though. Nice safe pick there from Verno. Valen on the move. Oh, planted down. I can feel something brewing here, Wyatt. You gotta feel like it's possible. Grab well activated. Cloud burst here for some cover for Aspas, but Valen is on the hunt.
गिरा Aspas.
Aspas though.
There's not
no time, bro.
You can't be serious. You can't
no
be
time,
serious.
Makasam. These guys are so trash, bhai.
That is a bona fide USDA Prime 1v4 Red Bull clutch to get G2 their 11th round.
Valen is just on fire on this map.
Last
round, that multi-kill. Yeah, it was insane. And now there, MIBR just not expecting the timing through elbow, not feeling like that's a possibility. All of them, I think, were staring at main. Miscalculation gets him the free one, gets him the open A site, and then he does exactly what he needs to do in the 1v2. He isolates that first player. When Verno tapped the spike, Aspas not ready to help. And now out of that clutch, G2 want to keep the pressure on. Ready for just an explosive A hit. They still have this Cosmic Divide from Valen if they want to use that, but it's not necessary early when they have 3 walls essentially going up. A 4th wall, why not?
Are we going to break it? Here's Jaw. Doesn't want to swing it as yet.
Do G2 try to go and push through this? Maybe it doesn't have a flash, so it doesn't seem super likely. They have nothing to get past it.
Layers and layers. MIBR have to get moving though. This spike, it's been planted for a hot minute. Cosmic comes up. This time it's from the defenders, but Jaw gets the better of Aspas on the other side of it. Still doesn't want to go for the timing. Look at this discipline from G2. They're not pushing past these walls, man. What is going on?
I mean, just trying to win a 1v1 against Valen right now.
Oh, it's not happening.
It's not gonna happen.
6. Oh my God. That is ridiculous. 3 in that round for Valen, 4 in the prior. 12-6 is the scoreline. G2 on MIBR's map pick are a cut above.
I think this is the real danger for this MIBR team. If you're a fan of them,
lost
to Furia yesterday, ruling BO5.
So जाओ बे, one-sided game है दोस्तों.
Peaking right now.
You can't peek me.
Valen is on fire. The duelist just giving him all the space in the world, and he could just work off.
अबे 23-7 IGL मार रहा है उनका IGL.
Round after round.
The guy who's never supposed to frag, that guy is fragging hard.
So dangerous with their new approach to the game.
How do you change your entire game style from one week of Kickoff to another?
because they have the talent to do it. They have the pieces to do it now. I think Baby Bay's addition to
दोस्तों हेवन में ये लोग ज़ेकन को खिला देंगे smokes.
All those
गू खा लेंगे.
matches he played on FaZe early in Valorant's lifespan has just unlocked a new potential avenue for this team to go down, and it is working perfectly. Zekin isolated in the doors right now.
Nice Zekin.
Instant trade though.
Harness Fury here from Verno. Now he knows there's a push through mid.
Shot.
Knives. Strike true.
अभी आसपास फिर से खाएगा चाटा
मेरे को लग रहा है. Valorant is going to go looking. This is dangerous for the IGL.
He's feeling maxed out confidence, and this distraction is going to work for Leaf.
देखो खा गया. खा गया चाटा भाई साहब.
Catches another kill.
Not again, surely not. Verno frame marks by
bro.
Valorant. What? That's up to
MIBR is so lost, chat.
It's about to drop. And the spike is headed away from him.
Leaf just waiting indoors now.
You think he's cortisol maxing presently?
GG.
No, definitely looking the ASU
Such a easy game. Chat, this was MIBR का best map. Breeze जो है ना, वो MIBR का best map है, best map. Best map था MIBR का. कल 12-0 half किए, 12-0. 12-0 half किए हैं ये लोग. अबे ये लोग इतने ऊपर आए कैसे बे? किसको हरा दिए ये लोग? ब्रो ये MIBR को इजी गेम मिला था NV के अगेंस्ट और NRG के अगेंस्ट, वो भी 1-2 गया था. ब्रो ये लोग कुकने वाले हैं कल. गेम खत्म है.
He's getting the clutches as well. That was a massive round to win.
देख रहे हो चैट, अभी MIBR एक असली टीम के अगेंस्ट खेल रही है. NV के अगेंस्ट तो कुछ गेम ही नहीं था. NV तो बहुत ही वाहियात टीम. कल फुरिया के अगेंस्ट हारी, गेम बजा के चले गई फुरिया. आज G2 बजा देगी गेम, कल NRG बजा देगी. बिग 3 ऑफ अमेरिका बोलते बोलते फुरिया बन गई. इमेजिन आप सो जाओ और MIBR हार जाए. अबे हार जाए तो हार जाए भाई, क्या फर्क पड़ता है भाई, जो हारे जीते. अबे वो वैलिन मार रहा है भाई, वो वैलिन मार रहा है. 25 किल 60 डेथ. पूरी दुनिया में अगर IGLs देखो ना तो नट्स और वैलिन मारते हैं बस. पूरी दुनिया के IGL में सिर्फ नट्स और वैलिन. और फॉरसेकन तो आजकल नहीं मार रहा है भाई, आज मारा है बस, आज मारा है. जिस टीम को सपोर्ट करते हो उसकी फील्डिंग सेट हो जाती है. चलो अपन देख लेते हैं और एक गेम. MIBR might actually not make Santiago. Exactly bro. जॉन क्यूटी अब नहीं है ब्रो. जॉन क्यूटी IGL नहीं है अब. अबे क्या फुल सपोर्ट. कार्यकर्ता इज बैक बेबी. कार्यकर्ता इज बैक. NVIDIA सेटिंग डिफॉल्ट. बाकी सब मतलब नहीं, सब लो पे है. सॉरी डिफॉल्ट में. कल NRG MIBR अगेन या MIBR का नंबर 1 सपोर्टर, MIBR का नंबर 1 सपोर्टर इज बैक. NRG किसी टीम, मुझे वो टीम के बारे में पता नहीं है, कुछ अच्छी टीम है. गिरा हुआ सपोर्टर. जीत सकते, पहले 2-1 था, अबे जीत जाएगी एनआरजी भाई। चलो आज एक टेस्ट करते हैं, ठीक है। मैंने पहले मैच G2 की जर्सी नहीं पहनी थी और G2 जीत गई। अब मैंने इस मैच G2 की जर्सी पहनी है, दिखते क्या होता है। अगर G2 की जर्सी पहनने पे G2 हार गई तो मैं जर्सी नहीं पहनूंगा भाई। मेरे को तो नहीं लगता G2 आगेगी भाई। Fun facts.
Did you know that actually the colors from the Chilean flag have different meanings? So we have the blue square that represents the Pacific Ocean. We also have the white stripe that represents the Andes Mountains. And we also have the red stripe that represents the blood shed from the independence. And also you have the white star that symbolizes honor and progress.
Welcome back, everyone. As we all know, Americas is the best region in the VCT, and you can let everyone in the world know because the new 2026 season capsule is launching this week. There's a new knife, a flex, and a player card. It will be available February 19th, so make sure you get yours ASAP. That actually looks pretty cool.
I like the knife. It's like the one where it's like kind of like big in your view model, and you like hold it down. It's got
America's best region है बोला।
Yeah. I think I know the one. I know the one.
It's really hard to describe a knife animation verbally, but it's good. You should go watch the video.
Hey, you know what? It's good.
मास्टर सैंटियागो में अमेरिका जो कुकने वाली है ना
chat. Talk about what we just saw because G2 they are back at it again. This time they got that double duelist comp in full effect here. You were seeing Jogamo, Baby Bay work together quite nicely, and I mean Emily, it just felt like this G2 team.
America's best region. अभी 2 घंटे tech pause.
The absolute beginning because they did lose the pistols, but you were starting to see this team never really let go.
Yeah, on that defensive half especially, we saw them being super proactive.
साले मतलब of course biased रहेंगे ना, राइट के लिए काम करते हैं, जिधर से घर चलता है उधर ही क्रिटिसाइज करेंगे क्या? हम ट्रांसपेरेंट रहना चाहते हैं, हम ट्रांसपेरेंट रहेंगे क्या? कोई गाली नहीं बरा क्या MIBR को? Me in 1999 wasting time resting instead of buying land. Valentine's Day 1v3. ये क्या है भाई? अबे वैलेंटाइन। अपागा। ओह कार्ड्स देखो भाई, एक सेकेंड। चाइना ये ब्रो ब्यूटीफुल दिख रहा है चाइना भाई। पैसिफिक में जेड बना है। अबे EMEA में क्यों बनाया भाई यूरो? पैसिफिक में यूरो डालते। और अमेरिकाज में ऑफ कोर्स रेज डाला है। शर्टलेस देख शराब विजय जैसे के टाइम पे चैट देखते हैं? नहीं, चैट नहीं देखता था मैं तो रॉसी भाई की बातें सुन रहा था भाई। चैट देखने का टाइम नहीं था यार। मैं बाद में मतलब एकदम लास्ट में देखा चैट। Who will be joining Furia at Master Santiago? Site set on Santiago। भाई ये क्या है? ये जोगमो की ऐसी फोटो क्यों है भाई? वो ये देख रहे हो, ये लोग अपने क्रिएटर को सपोर्ट करते हैं भाई साहब। ऐसा सीधा। हमें 81 उसके क्रिएटर के ज्यादा फॉलोअर्स हैं। शिट।
As well. Yeah, and for them to lose their map pick on Breeze, absolutely devastating. This was a map that we
बीमार हो गए क्या? क्यों बीमार हो गया भाई?
Especially knowing that we were going to see Aspas on the
चलो आओ, अच्छा गेम दिखाओ जल्दी। ये लास्ट में बचा इसके बाद सो रहा हूँ।
All this as well. Kind of just realized yes, this team, MIBR, you can on paper say super team 100% because the players on the team are phenomenal. they just haven't had that time to be able to like work together. And what you're seeing right now, really,
जोश लाओ हाँ दिन में 20 घंटे स्ट्रीम करके जोश लाओ जोश लाओ एकदम रेज बेट कर रही है फर्स्ट में वैसे BO5 है वैसे अभी कौन सी टीम में खुद की टीम बना रहे हैं इंडिया पाकिस्तान भी उस पार्टी करोगे या 100% baby सो जाओ हेवन नहीं होगा इनसे हेवन की तैयारी छोड़ दो हेवन की तैयारी छोड़ दो
losing this 1v4 Valorant, the way some of the individuals are swinging out alone, not being thorough in how they're trading. They let him get into that clutch position. And to his credit, he absolutely exploited it, but they cannot be letting rounds like that slip because it's already in a rough game. Just gonna crush the mental to lose those.
And in my head, it just shows a lack of chemistry that's not being made up for in the comms. Like that should never happen. We should always be on the same page, know what's open, know what's not, be confident that you can stick that bomb or not. Like these are mistakes that should not be happening this late in the
But
round.
that comes from the fact that you have a team that's still trying to figure out how to work together. To try and bring this one back here. You got to figure out something otherwise maybe you could run away with that one too.
The way that MIBR stacked this map pick phase is interesting. They picked Breeze, which I'm sure they were very confident on after the Furia win, as it's a map that G2 hasn't played. But in doing so, they front-loaded both Breeze and Haven, two maps where G2 have not shown how they play yet in Kickoff. So they went in blind to Breeze, they lost, and now, down a map, after a crushing defeat, they have to go in blind again to try and bounce back on Haven.
एक Red Bull पी के आओ पूरा मैच देखो नहीं देखूंगा पूरा 5 मैप जाएगी
The last time we saw them on Haven, we didn't see them doing that double duelist.
अच्छा है 5 मैप चले जाए
Struggle on that solo duelist role on that Neon and not finding the success that we need them to have, especially
5 मैप जाना चाहिए actually.
That we have as we get ready for Mat 2, but so far your 3-time America's champions are looking good. They're up 1-0 in this series. Can Ospas and MIBR bounce back? Uber and Wyatt will guide you through Mat 2 on the other side.
हाँ दिव्यम भाई 5 मैप बिल्कुल नहीं होगा 5 मैप तो जाएगा ही नहीं भाई दूसरे मैप में ही गेम खत्म है वैलोरेंट मेन वर्सेस वुमेन क्यों नहीं करते
Pretty deflated showing from MIBR on their map pick of Breeze to start the series, but there's much more Valorant to be played. This is a best of 5 in our middle grand final. The winner representing the region in Chile. We're off to Haven here. So this is the second of 2 consecutive maps. We have no data on G2 at all, which means that many of their opponents will have the same issue.
Oh my, and we're getting a crazy call from G2. I'm down. Okay, first of all, I will say Haven,
you're good, bro.
I feel like has to be the least. I feel like Haven has to be the least played map in Kickoff. When we have seen it every time, it is a mirror match of this comp that Gen G developed late last year. Everyone's running it. I thought if there was one team now that will not do that will stray away from the meta, it will be G2, and it is G2. There's a lot to talk about here. First of all, the Jaw Phoenix. He was insane when he played that on Pearl the other day. Baby Bay on what has been statistically his best agent. He's putting up 0.95 kills per round on Chamber. Damn near a kill a round when he's playing this agent. Opping constantly. That's possibly his best feature as a player. Leaf on the Yoru. Have we ever seen Leaf even play Yoru in an official with this team? I don't think so. I mean, it was Jaw playing it all last year. They never ran double duelist.
Back in the ice
I don't know. Someone get out the dust off the tomes. Someone find out. I don't know if that's ever been the case. I was always interested, though, even last year, at seeing what if Leaf and Jaw were playing double duelist, because Leaf used to be a duelist player when he was with C9. When he first joined G2,
ऐसा लग रहा है मैं Cloud9 का मैच देख रहा हूँ.
So I'm interested to see how that works. Also,
अभी
no Sova on Haven? A fade instead of a you never see that. No Sova? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm very excited. I mean,
2-0 then
every
2-3
single pick feels off meta right now, except for Yoru, I guess.
Yes.
But I don't even know, man. This is crazy.
G2 have gone for
no Omen.
वाओ बेबी बे 200 रुपए की गोली से तूने एक टरेट तोड़ा है जो रिचार्ज हो जाएगा.
And I love it for them. Yep. I love it for me because they are the most entertaining to watch they've ever been right now. I'm here for it. Baby Bay is just working towards C-Long, hoping that someone.
भाई क्या एजेंट है? एक यूरो, एक फिनिक्स, एक चेंबर, माँ कसम रैंक्ड गेम खेल रहे हो.
Be the case right now.
Yeah, Mazino's really showing very little.
Mazino, as the rest of the team work into Garage. Prowler comboed with the flash to get that space, and now it is a hit into C.
I like this idea from Tex, immediately activating after Mazino got spotted, but it's not really paying off, is it? Verno, basically, he was trying to stem the bleed, but it was only the leaf to fall by his hand. And it is Aspas on a long rotate to
Aspas मचाएगा ये मैच.
Nice.
He could win this. These players are very weak.
Aspas gira, Aspas final boss. Let's go.
A bit messy. Okay.
गिरा Aspas final boss. भाई निकाल दिया था भाई. निकाल दिया था.
One shot there.
Should tell you how much legacy there is behind Aspas. That situation like that, we are still in
क्या शॉट दिया ना बे.
Absolutely. This, I will say though, in that BO5 against Furia was the map that he performed the worst on. He put up 11 for 17. He was better on every other map in the pool. He's going to need to step it up today. What a cool hit this is though, by the way, from
Jogmo.
G2. They have that util combo for
forgot about G2 Classic, baby. Let's go.
And then after that,
क्या ज़िष्टी
they
आदमी
just
है.
run it into C, jaw walls
क्या
on the right
ज़िष्टी
side
आदमी है
to
भाई.
cut off the angle at logs, so they can just fight forward. That was really sick. And they had their wall into that.
आसपास नर्वस लग रहा है.
Someone is cooking.
Yeah, again,
Josh RT is cooking.
अबे वो माइटी G2 के सामने खेल रहा है भाई. नर्वस तो लगेगा ही. उसके रीजन के बुल्ली है वो लोग, बुल्ली. भले ही G2 के पास इंटरनेशनल ट्रॉफी नहीं होगी, पर अमेरिका की तो तीनों है.
Some of this killjoy utility is being torn away.
मानो ना मानो अमेरिका में तो चड्डी फट जाती होगी ना.
He should be able to break it pretty safely as he does.
Ooh, okay. We are swinging it. Okay, all right, bro. Back on the line, gets Baby Bay determined not to allow these.
और मैच तो अभी अमेरिका का चल रहा है.
We're going for that. A little tough at the long range, but you never know. A couple headshots from.
भाई मतलब तुम सोचो, फुरिया ने MIBR को हराया है, तो फुरिया ने G2 को भी हराया है, तो फुरिया बहुत अच्छी टीम है.
Still just expending his flashes to fight in there.
This is the anti-eco protocol. We saw it a bunch on Breeze as well.
Has to be said though, this buy for G2 is light
भाई
on
यार,
round 2.
G2 के पास 3-3 यूरो प्लेयर है.
Has the sixth sense for this.
अरे भाई साहब.
Snapped it back. It was almost magnetic. And there's Verno pinged out by the horn. His time is short, and Aspas barely gets a look at it.
2 pistols and a Marshall brought into that with the Bulldog and Guardian.
आसपास करंट.
Not much weaponry for G2 despite they won the pistol round. And they still make it look so clean. Gonna buy up a couple rifles here. That Phoenix ult already.
You gotta love that from Balon. He's aware midway through that bolt flying across the screen that he needs his crosshair back on that nebula.
क्या है ये यूरो प्लेयर भाई?
Love to see Phoenix on Haven. It's giving FaZe Clan Invitational. it's giving 2020 Valorant.
So pretty sure Dre was playing the Jet just sneaking down A main on defense with knives. I remember that well.
G2 just slow in mid right now, waiting out any
आसपास water.
MIBR on this defense, but that is not going to come as they are just spread around the map playing.
आसपास भाई ये शॉट चिपका दो. जगमो आएगा आपको देने किल. चिपका दो आसपास भाई. वो देखो अपने हेडफोन एडजस्ट कर रहा है आपके सामने. गलत बात है.
He might just time it as well and take the shot.
3, 2, 1. क्या बात है भाई, टाइमिंग देख रहे हो मेरी?
Just a free little kill.
M8 जीत गई ब्रो. Fnatic हार गई.
Now with a minute on the clock, what will the pivot from G2 be as Leaf?
The team that loses will get kicked. नहीं.
Sending up that
Lower bracket finals.
There's a gate crash in there as well.
It does pull Mazino over towards garage area. He gives up a bit of this space on B, but G2 are not convinced that.
Are they going to go for some kind of crazy split into C where Leaf does take that teleport. Is that the move?
I think I've
Yes,
contacted
Martin carry.
Aspos,
अरे भाई मैं एक चीज बताऊं चैट, अभी ये सर्वर में ना आसपास से अच्छा वैलेंट खेल रहा है, पता है? वो हर बार उसको डुअल में हरा रहा है, हर बार उसको मार रहा है भाई.
There's that seize for back plat. Nebula comes down at the choke.
They don't know about backside, I think, which is why Leak doesn't just blindly go in.
अरे रे मर गया.
Leak picks up that operator, by the way.
भाई गलत आदमी को ये दिया ना प्लांट.
No utility for these G2 players to work with. Going to be all about the
वो
gunplay.
लीफ पे वहाँ पे.
The site with a dark cover as well, make it so you can't play post plant from long. G2 forced to play
अरे रे $2 का ऑफर.
Crash out.
Gate crash out, but smoked off. Actually, that dark cover does drop, so still will be a factor, that turret.
The Viper wall matters though in terms of trying to hold here from long trenches.
भाई bonus round है.
And Zekin is out of the mix. That's the Omen gone. What can Leaf see here though? Baby Bay's really got to pave the way.
Oh, Baby Bay, it's me, Demon. It's 7 a.m. baby. It's 7 a.m. uncle. I love you so much, big boy Andre.
So Baby Bay makes some nice aiming adjustments on that site. Double push through that wall in the smoke. Wasn't perfectly timed from MIBR, and that allows him to get the two-piece.
One enemy remaining.
This wall is honestly paying dividends.
Come
Oh,
on!
sub.
Come on, baby!
Such a strong statement to make here at the start of
The clutch room, Luis का.
In fairness, but Jordan has that run ready to go.
Oh, sub.
Xeno backing off towards C. Instantly back into garage.
Makes sense to you. Ooh, nice from Tex, but again, it's
instant trade from Valorant. It just doesn't even matter.
And George just picks himself back up and gets back to business.
And he'll probably get another Phoenix ult just as fast as he got the last. Only a few rounds to get it. So
you're going to have to look out for that if you're MIBR, because George's going to walk into contact lines, especially looking for Aspas with the op with that ultimate every time it's up.
Whether it's Leaf or Baby Bay, they are just intending on having a lone man working C long, taking contact fights for G2. So far, the map
lower
is just
bracket,
garage and C. They don't even know that the rest of the map exists. Yeah. Well, they
G2 सिर्फ regional champs बन के रह जाएगी.
Oh,
Zekan. भाई ये क्लासिक ना किसी की नहीं कर सकती जो ये क्लासिक ने करके दिखाया है प्रीमियम भाई साहब. गिरा आसपास. Let's go, final boss. गिरा आसपास.
MIBR just simply need
अरे
to
Zekan कहाँ
capitalize
चला गया
on
bro?
this round. You can't let a play like that go to waste.
God, it was perfect.
He is ready though. Aspas does not have the HP to tank a shot from the Outlaw.
He's just holding here.
Oh, he just wants to bait it out.
Baby Bay's surely aware of this. He's got to be careful. Zekan gets close enough. The crossfire won't save Drake.
Here's the Aspas goes right into garage.
वो कास्टर ने उसको ड्रे बोला.
Oh, he's doubling back
around to C long.
This part is quiet.
Time is ticking right now.
Sees him coming.
अरे गिरा आसपास. अरे वो आदमी ने इतना अच्छा राउंड निकाल के दिया था भाई. आप इधर जा रहे उधर जा रहे उधर जा रहे उधर जा रहे. अरे जाओ एक जगह.
MIBR just could not get synced up in that moment.
अरे भाई Zekan क्या राउंड निकाला था यार. क्या राउंड निकाला था भाई.
Dre just make the right positional adjustments. What a crazy 3K, not clearing this corner. Third one is pretty insane. And that play though?
अरे बकिए घुस जा भाई.
Completely irrelevant.
कहाँ जाना चाहता है भाई?
Dimensional drift now up for G2. Leaf running back the Ori, looking pretty good at 5-1 thus far. I say running back, assuming he's done it before, but it's the first time in a while.
We're going to see G2 just cycling Duelist ult into Duelist ult to win out these rounds and have some potent executes. Aspas wants to get in front of this utility, get close with the shorty, but he can't capitalize.
Better damage than
और लीफ को देखो लीफ को.
He's more than happy to keep pushing up onto this side from backside. It's Verno. Tex gets in there as well. Hunter's Fury. These Baby Bay, the last player now for G2, the Cosmic Divide.
जज लेके घुस जाता भाई उसके मुंह पे. सामने क्यों खड़ा रहा?
Mazino and Tex should have this B side on lock.
MIBR's anchors were able to pop
MIBR
off there.
का घी खत्म.
Boy, I was really worried for them after Aspas tried to play close with the shorty. Didn't even have a chance with the op. But what could Baby Bay do? I mean, surely
बेट करने को बंदा
right?
ढूंढ रहा
This
होगा.
crossfire
The
should
fuck
basically
भाई.
be impenetrable for him. And you're gonna get the swing off of it from Verno. There's just no way, right? There's just no way. Okay.
और भाई अगर लेफ्ट राइट हो जाता थोड़ा सा वाट लग गई होती भाई साहब.
Good discipline from them. And G2, honestly, there've been a couple of close rounds here. It might be doing pretty well. I mean, Zekken getting 3 kills with just the classic.
Zekken कुछ भी मारा.
It's a great Hunter's Fury as well. They came through.
ये राउंड भी Zekken की किल ने निकाला है. मानो ना मानो.
Bullying himself onto the site.
Yeah, able to really just flood in with the chaos that ultimate created. Play together on defense. G2
going A.
They've unlocked that part of the map.
The DLC.
Unlocked.
They discovered a lobby. That is as far as they
Shit.
will go.
They've refunded it.
Right back to garage.
अबे कास्टर क्या मस्ती कर रहे हैं?
What? I mean, yeah, just have to repeat.
Bro, why is he swinging that again, bro?
Garage quickly, but they just overestimated the Prowler's protection there.
Why are they swinging that again, bro?
G2 know that backside is clear right now, so Leaf wants to get forward, but
Leave by बस ऐसे ही मारो.
cut off, so walks into a 2-man setup.
It's dangerous for G2. They do not have information. They know MIBR are starting to filter into the side.
Shot.
Straight into an offline. Baby shuts Tex down at the very least, but now he's got a 1v2 with an op. That's rough. Oh my goodness. It is possible. Zekken, will he be spotted in this smoke? No. Gives it a tap. Surely he emerges off some kind of timing. This would be an ungodly flick like we've never seen before.
अरे nice try, man. Nice try. Nice try, भाई साहब.
Desperately needed round.
Big Bo 100 निकाल लिया था round भाई.
Kind of shots.
The hospital flicks.
We see him hit like the 10 out of 10 on the difficulty scale shots consistently. That is crazy.
I just love that from Zekken though.
Insane.
Just a dark cover, walk up in there, know you have the edge. That's beautiful stuff.
And forced onto the eco now, by the way, after winning
पागल हो गया
4
भाई.
rounds in a row. MIBR
ये
really
अंकल
back in the
पागल
game.
हो गया सही में.
G2's comp tons of stuff to fight into these chokes. But they overestimated the Prowler last round. Now it gets harder with these weaker weapons. Okay, Supportive Force is active.
Someone want to break that turn? Nice.
Now, Mazzino has been jump spotting in prior rounds.
He will not be doing. I would be shocked if he jump spots on this round after hearing the ult be popped.
Yeah, he's heard the voice line.
Do not do that, Mazzino, please.
मैं भी यार जीतेगी मैप टू. मैं तो चाहता हूँ जीते भाई.
All right, they're crossing into A lobby now with that Nebula down.
Drone's going to see it though.
Unlocked. Trent is going through, and that's going to force Verno back. Osboss as well. They can double up on the site. Zekken, rather, is getting there pretty quickly as well. So they have enough players to nullify a hit when it does come through, and it will come through. G2, they want to commit.
Uncomfortable for Osboss. He actually doesn't quite know where to be standing. That Molly made it awkward, but Verno is in the corner.
चढ़ गए. सबके सब वर्णों पे चढ़ गए.
And that's going to put the round to bed.
क्या बात है. बहुत बढ़िया MIBR.
Fight their way back into Haven.
Verno just always at his best when he gets to play the Sova. Really always has been. And MIBR, they are right back into this game. Shutting down this eco.
चलो 3 round जीत गए.
Rotate to get everyone into that A site. Tour de force.
बहुत बढ़िया.
0 value for Dre.
Okay. That's it. Yeah.
Most emotive Verno moment.
Genuinely, yeah. We actually got a fist pump there, which is crazy. Okay, timeout here called by G2. The hijinks that got them 4 rounds up, included that pistol win, of course, doesn't quite seem to be hitting the same way. Still coming in around, though, where they're going to be bought up. So now they've got to figure out what the plan
भाई
is.
Ghost of one and only baby bear है
They've
क्या?
got a way to fight into basically every choke, usually on every round. Runner back is now available again for Jorgamo. Last time he had that, he pops it and runs into garage, gets traded, so it's a 5v4. That can be used elsewhere on the map as well, but that's one way you can bully your way into these contested areas.
Yeah, look, we've definitely seen that this comp is good at fighting in garage. When they get into the close quarters, when you have the Phoenix, they are going to be able to find success. But so far, fighting in garage was the only success they had early, and on previous rounds, or the more recent rounds, MIBR did do a better job contesting that part of the map, Mazzino specifically there, right?
So it's got to be more to it. It's got to be a deeper playbook.
Out of this timeout, Baby Bay is going to pick up the op, so you would imagine that indicates that they're going to try to slow the game down here after playing
PC goal कितना हुआ? Exclamation mark PC goal.
Rounds only. So your standard Smoke going down deep A lobby, which G2 do not care about one bit. They go right past that. Leaf is into A long with the Nebula cutting off a potential op angle if it was Aspas playing that side of the map, but he is just
आसपास अच्छा राउंड दिखा दे एक यार मजा आ जाए यार कल से बोरिंग गेम दे रहा है आसपास G2 है कम से कम तो गेम इंटरेस्टिंग है तो जेके नहीं मारा है जो मारा है पहला गेम तो कब खत्म हो गया पता भी नहीं चला चैट मेरे को अभी पता चला हम दूसरे मैप में
Sends the wall over towards Garage Prowler. They're making it seem like they're trying to make that foray into Garage.
Nice.
Well, shut down right away.
Phoenix ult mara.
As G2 try to desperately make something happen on this A side. It's going to be a long rotate with the spike from Trent to get over towards A.
And Verno's just stopped them in their tracks over towards the A side of the map. 40 seconds left in the round now. Very much a default for G2, but none of their options have worked.
Yeah, the intentions of that play were shut down straight away. Aspas being able to get rid of that Phoenix ult there. Good blind from Jaw is in, does break that turret, is trying to make it seem again like we're going towards B, we're making something happen here, and it is working to the extent that the C site now open. They'll have to deal with Zekin in Garage. Jaw, does he sniff this out? Does he check the time, that tight angle though on the corner?
Zekin afford to sit there for too much longer. He's definitely not going to stop the plant. Shock dart on towards Trent, it's just negligible damage though.
No ultimates in play at the moment.
They're
this Garage
pitch.
fight is going to be crucial. Zekin caught with a util.
अबे Zekin जो 1 घंटे तक होल्ड किया ना गैरेज की कोई आएगा आ गए दोनों साइड से दोनों साइड से आ गए अबे स्मोक नहीं है उनके पास बेबी पे ऑफ है देखो गिरा आसपास
Aspas needs to work some magic, but Trent, he's the nullifying factor.
Third main निपटा देगी G2.
Really
I hope.
Lovely job in that post plant, getting the garage control and then using that map control to the max. With Valen, you saw him playing kind of closer here, right? And then he steps back. Right behind him is Trent. They have a
मैं बताऊँ difference क्या है Fnatic के 2-0 में? Fnatic के 2-0 दोनों comeback हुए Fnatic के.
That second MIBR
समझी
player is definitely going to go down the trend
down थी
anyway,
भाई
some kind of insane
वो कमबैक करी है तो इसीलिए वो 5वें मैप तक जाएगा ऐसा लग भी रहा था
Yeah, that pivot that they made back after the initial play
उन लोग कभी भी कंट्रोल में नहीं थे वो लोग कमबैक ही किए हैं बस
Josh finding success with the time
अबे इसमें तो ये वन साइड ही मार रहे हैं भाई
giving them the strat into that round. Valen here with the Cosmic Divide. Mzino with the pit hasn't tried to use that early to control any space, holding on to it for later in the round.
और Fnatic के तो हाथ का गेम था बे.
Always the contested part of the map. It's another variety of wall here for Jaw to at least imply some control of Garage. That alarm bot hasn't gone off yet, and Verno gets exploratory.
Fast rotate now coming from MIBR. Look at them going through B, trying to get here in time to support Zekin, who is fully committed right now, playing from hell. But the swing out, just caught by Baby Bay, who excels in these kind of situations as an attack operator. It feels like he's just always on the right angle and he's never going to miss.
Zeno's committed to A fully here, but I don't know if G2 are.
Aspas is pulling off. Tex is aware that position will be taken by someone on G2. Jaw breaks the alarm bot, but the crosshair was not placed accurately.
30 seconds left.
He's shut down. Aspas was already rotating away. Bought that breaking of the alarm bot from Jaw.
You see Mizino where he dies? He's pulled back from that tucked close position to sewer.
G2 are really using the Phoenix presence as a fake. Just trying to make it seem like, hey, we're going to keep playing this like we did in the early rounds. That Phoenix, like, tip of the spear, we're following him up. But it hasn't been the case on round 8 or now round 9. And look, even though G2 had a huge advantage, that usage of the Phoenix in the way still does put the nail in the coffin here.
He's not keeping this gun.
No, there's just no way. Too close up. Finally removed.
Super team versus retired podcaster.
G2 extending the lead.
Aspas 6-7.
Losing Verno sort of early to mid in the round is really what makes it possible for MIBR.
क्या लग रहा है आसपास अच्छा है या बेबी बे?
Set their defenders.
It's peaks like that against Baby Bay Chamber on attack that will just get you punished. That is how he exploits teams. We were seeing that on bind consistently. When teams on defense bind were too willing to try to take peeks and showers or down B long,
baby में clears आसपास bro.
In the round, he'll get that space and then post up the right angles.
Imagine saying baby में clears आसपास. And that is true, by the way.
Yes, we know he can hit some of those crazy shots. We saw that earlier, right?
Bro.
Kill flick shot onto Aspas. But he is also just really intelligent at getting in the right places at the right time.
Of course, यही match की बात कर रहा हूँ भाई.
That is one of the main reasons that his stats on Chamber have been obscene so far. He's just going to consistently find those entry picks.
MIB यार कौन सी super team है?
And again, it is.
Run it back ले रहा हूँ, क्या बात है? Congratulations यार. भाई मैं बोला ना MIBR का टेस्ट तभी होगा जब वो लोग एक असली टीम के अगेंस्ट खेलेंगे. तो आज उन लोग का रियल टेस्ट है ब्रो. अबे एनवी को हराया ये लोग ने. एनवी को हराना कोई टेस्ट थोड़ी होता है. एनआरजी के अगेंस्ट भी 2-1 ही जीते हैं, जिसमें एक मैप पे ज़ेकन ने कैरी किया था, लिटरली कैरी. 20 किल पे था ज़ेकन और आसपास 10 किल पे था. आई गेस वो स्प्लिट का गेम था जो लास्ट वाला मैप था एनआरजी के अगेंस्ट. वो भी क्लोज गेम था आई बिलीव.
Planting that
अच्छी है ना,
wants to fight for more, but Verno was too close on that smoke. Error exploited for MIBR to get them the advantage, and they have a lot of ults to play with. They might just send it right now.
Verno gets a ping, he could go for it. Here's the Nightfall. Catches on the 2 off the site. We do have that lockdown in play here.
Yeah, placed by Tex in garage.
He's fighting for it, he's defending it, and he's able to hold on to it. This gets awkward now, everybody has to pull out, but look at Tex, he's going to catch them in mid. He will fall, but the detention for Lee hits hard. Round here for MIBR. Big investment in some of these ultimates, but also they still keep the Hunter's Fury.
And Jaw just regretting that he
कल
went
if आज आ रहे MIBR, it's energy उससे MIBR दो टीम के कॉफ पे पहले seeded strongest team.
Just some hungry to get kills play. I'm a Phoenix, they have pistols. Let me just go kill him, try to get my ult again real quick.
पर कल अगर MIBR was भाई देखो MIBR को अगर क्वालिफाई करना है, G2 को हराओ क्वालिफाई हो जाओ. क्योंकि कल NRG तो इन लोग को घंटा क्वालिफाई नहीं होने देगी भाई.
I mean, Tex with a sheriff is it's always something to behold. G2 are expecting him to push up to really
कल NRG इन लोग को हैप्पी चॉकलेट दे देगी.
Rifles economy gets that stimulus for the last few rounds of the game, and as you
जो
mentioned,
करना आज करो.
this time G2
कल नहीं हो सकता.
right through a lobby with Mizuno wanting to slow them down. Ultimate ripped into long, playing in there with the judge, so that's not going
आज अभी इसी मैच इसी सीरीज जो करना कर लो.
Really want to go for him, maybe a prowler.
क्योंकि कल तो वो लोग फाइनल बॉस है भाई.
Or dimensional drift into a siege. I mean, they have
पागल टाइप आएंगे और मार के चले जाएंगे.
And try to kill the Viper. I think they could, but also they could.
बहुत गरम है एनआरजी, बहुत गरम. आज के दोनों मैप बहुत गरम थे भाई उनके.
There are 4 other lanes that they can take on this map.
And the lane is going to be.
वो एनआरजी को सिर्फ G2 ही हरा सकती है.
Into that connector does spot out Zekin. They hear Tex on the run as well. Is Leaf just going to get straight out of his backside?
He's going to fight!
Wow,
Jacob
nice.
Ready for a great pursuit there from the Omen
क्या
player.
बात है, क्या बात है, good ulti.
Well held from the last round. It's instant value.
Ooh, short value.
That was across a map, Hunter's Fury, by the way, miles away. And Verno was still over on the A site.
Baby wants to get over towards that
Baby
side here.
Baby को play बनाना पड़ेगा वो.
Give them a bit of space.
देखा उसने वर्नो को.
And he is convinced that Verno is up on that stairwell.
Oh, imagine.
Not a bad spot to hold here. Verno none the wiser.
You are divided.
वर्नो को देखो.
Okay. Cosmic Divide active now. This is getting a little dicey from MIBR, but they got the numbers in a big way. Valorant has the post-plant util though, and right on the other side of the wall, Harry's would be assailants. There it is! 2 for Valorant! Is it going to be enough? You better believe it! Now to 1v1. Valorant gets back onto the side, and there's just no
Bro, he won the round!
What do we say about captain's maps? He's giving us another one. 16-9, and a massive clutch.
Oh my god!
Placed behind the spike a little bit, so they're exposed to him. while playing in the connector there, and it seemed like Verno was well aware that there was presence in connector because he was so patient. Oh, it seemed like he was even aware that there was going to be Baby Bay potentially playing in A. Fraud is just beside himself.
Valen is the real final boss.
Baby Bay did lose that.
Bro, Valen is 16-9. What the fuck? 16-9.
Another map.
वर्नो भाई कितने देर होल्ड करोगे?
Again. Crazy.
अबे तो वर्नो भाई को भी तो नहीं पता ना कि उसके 4 लोग एक प्लेयर से मर जाएंगे. 3 लोग.
His go-to weapon. That is what he's known for.
Look at this garage emphasis.
Yeah, this is essentially hoping that Jaw is going to flash in. Maybe Tex can, you know, turn it in time, have the judge, but then Mazzino is just ready to swing off of it close range with the Stinger.
It's very expensive though. It spreads you super thin across the rest of the map.
Yeah, they just have the alarm bot with the Molly over at C long, if that gets triggered by any presence, right? But
Valen भाई ना मान रहे आज ना भाई.
Posted up.
कल या परसों?
He has to keep his eyes on more than Garage, but you know, there's a chance he just gets pulled to the wrong side by G2 showing presence on either one and then getting through free elsewhere.
This isn't conditioning. I don't know what is. Valen also implying a cross of lobby. Okay, on the main we go. That garage presence heavy could turn into a wraparound, but this mid presence, Baby Bay is watching double door garage.
Looks like Tex wants to push out there, but he's going to have the judge at long range. Leaf is in some.
भाई Leaf योरू खेल रहा है. मेरे को तो देख के जो हंसी आ रही है ना, Leaf योरू खेल रहा है.
Yeah, what are they supposed to do? How can they?
C9 में खेला करता था.
It's not going to happen. Leaf spotted out backside, but he's able to just teleport away. Time is ticking again for MIBR. Not one player dead on either side.
Verno's in though. That gate crash means there's little inside presence for G2. His Leaf had to get out.
They can't block it either. It's not in half. Texas just still sat there with a judge. He can't flank effectively.
Flash comes in here, Verno. The relay
bolt's
getting deployed. Getting a bit ugly now. Mazzino looking to try and get it to hard.
भाई डिफ्यूजर मार दिया. और Andre.
Rolling it back a little bit with the classic B-main post-plant setup.
सलाम मेरे बेबी बे को.
And get themselves to 8 for the attack side.
MIBR have the guns and the trap play for if G2 pushed into garage, but once they just work around that, there's no opportunity to close the gap with anything that they've got there. Easy for G2 at long range to just play
post-plant fanatic हुआ तो क्या बताऊँ?
They keep it simple, but that's all they needed to do.
Yep.
Great attack half from G2. You mentioned it there, but I think the conditioning from early in that game, brute forcing through garage, really putting the emphasis on playing around the Phoenix, was then something they were able to work around later to win subsequent rounds. Great calling from Valen.
And they said Big is washed.
Here, Riv is standing by with none
Flashes
other than
result now.
Shanks.
Hey, Internet Explorer.
That's right. I'm here with G2 Shanks. Watching the games already. You're up there co-streaming. How's the day going?
The day's going great so far. First game was nice. Energy kind of just dominated them. Second game, I feel like it's going to be a 3-0 the way we're playing right now.
All right. What are you liking about G2's new play style? How's it feeling? It's kind of a vibe.
It's kind of a vibe. I mean, last year we're just watching, we're slowly destroying every single team. But like now, like watching Jojmo and the Neon, watching Andre run. I did not think Andre was going to be this insane. He's the best 30-year-old in the world for sure.
Bring it in. See, everybody can learn from him, right? What are you seeing that's surprising you about this besides that? What's the team doing that you're liking right now and just how they're playing?
Expected लग रहा था starting से G2 dominate करेगी MIBR को सच्ची बोलूँ तो.
Everyone, but like now we're playing like weird comps. Like looking at our comp right now, no Sova on Haven, Phoenix, Yoru, like everything's just weird, but it's working. And I don't think people are expecting that from us.
All right. One last question for you. What do you think this is going to be? You said the 3-0. Do you think one might come back?
I feel like MIBR had a really long day yesterday after playing 5 maps, and we're fresh, so I think we're just gonna 3-0 them.
All right, Shanks, thanks so much. I appreciate your time, man. Best
Top
of luck
3
to the
most
team.
likely to win
And
champions.
Back to the game, so let's
Champions को बहुत लंबा time है bro. Champions के लिए कुछ नहीं बोल सकता मैं.
I mean, he's not wrong. That was a heck of a day for MIBR to have to play through and then suffer the disappointment after.
Master Santiago में Master Santiago के लिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ. Pacific की कोई टीम जीतेगी. Either it's Nongshim.
It doesn't get any easier if they drop down another.
या नहीं Nongshim या BBL में से कोई जीतेगा मेरे को तो लग रहा है. EMA को काउंट आउट नहीं कर सकते दोस्तों. भाई 2 के KD पे खेल रहा है उनका IGL माँ कसम.
They go to the attack pistol.
I am very excited to see what G2 have in store for us here with this comp on defense. And Mibr just want to start this off playing off the wall. I like this. If he's in danger, of course, can just get away, and there it is.
Wow, बच गया भाई एक kill लेके.
And he barks out some commands as well to the rest of G2, making sure they know.
Levi, आपके close कोई हो सकता है, आप ये चीज सोच रहे हो?
Stay tucked. The gate is going to expire. Trent, baby,
nice, nice.
I mean, this round is
अरे
just cooked, man.
अचानक से Zekken 5 HP कैसे बचा है?
5 health for Zekken. A classic. And dreams of kind of returning to that international representation that he enjoyed a lot of last year.
All 3 events
भाई
last year.
जब से ये लॉबी के ना 3-4 प्लेयर लोग जब से जब वो लोग ABCD सीख रहे होंगे ना तब से बेबी पे compete कर रहा होगा.
But I don't want to speak too fast.
That's my job
from the server first.
5 HP निकालेगा Zekken, मेरे को पूरा भरोसा है. पूरा भरोसा है Zekken निकालेगा. फ्लैश भी है Zekken के पास. Bro, उन लोग कितना हाय हेवन जा रहा है.
He has been present at 5 out of 6 of the last global events. Okay, here's the
Zekken
ball in play. Zekken's going to have to make some noise at some point, I gather. Jaw gets it to half. Okay, Zekken's given himself away and quickly silenced by Jaw. This is a dangerous situation to give up another pistol to G2 here.
Eventually, they have options
give up
for
कर दिया Zekken ने.
offers, by the way, coming off of a pistol round win to boost their economy. Probably going to just be baby bay opping, but we saw Leaf doing it a little bit in that first half too. They could try to run double.
आप सैंटियागो की तैयारी छोड़ दो.
This is a pretty straightforward round from Mibr that just gets dismantled because their contact walking into
Reload करने spawn तक चला गया.
We are forcing.
Yeah, they're forcing up. They feel like they're in a dire
क्या
situation.
बात है, क्या बात है. AFK kill लेने गया था. Okay. बहुत बढ़िया Zekken भाई. ये दिमाग Zekken भाई अपना Sentinels में छोड़ के आ गए. मजाक कर.
They've read this well. Trent looking to back off now.
The grapple and the seize is going to keep those players from Mibr at bay. A Molly on top of that. Pinged up by the Haunt. This util is just overwhelming from G2.
But getting an over push there for Jaw exposes him.
भाई 4v3. अरे स्टिंगर, अरे माँ कसम. 1v1.
After dying, gets a kill with the shock.
Mazino doesn't quite know what Leaf is though. This is dangerous. Oh, it's way winning.
Stinger versus Stinger, where you can't win against G2, brother.
You just see the frustration, the dismay on Mazino's face. Slams the desk after that.
I'm
sorry, this round from G2 though is sick. The util is crazy coming down.
तुम सैंटियागो की तैयारी छोड़ दो.
They are straight up sprinting. They go into a seize, then they're running into a grab well, then there's a Haunt over top, and there's Jaws Molly. Everyone from G2 can get there in time, and they're
Klurge में Mibr supporter बनो. मैं
you can see they're at
number 1 Mibr supporter उस दुनिया का.
Everyone on the site ready to stop them with all of that. It's crazy.
People forget just how good a duelist with a flash and molly is.
Trent, by the way, just 1 away from the Nightfall after these first 2 rounds.
Yeah, we raised a question mark about the fade on Haven, by the way, but so far, I haven't seen any huge issues for the lack of Sova.
Go.
Well, Mibr, nothing to offer in this round in terms of the weaponry. A couple sheriffs. Jaw ready to
वो लोग ने फोर्स बाय किया था. अब वो लोग के पास पैसा ही नहीं है. Chat. Honestly bro, third map भी देख लूँगा मैं. Honestly मैं third map भी देख लूँगा. चलेगा. अगर ऐसे ही चलने वाला है तो मैं third map भी देख ही लूँगा. 2 के टाइम में तो 3 खत्म कर दिए.
But no one from G2 in position to play off of it just yet. Is this timing from Leaf perfect? Yes, it does seem to be.
आराम से Leaf भाई, कोई बात की जल्दी नहीं है भाई. तेरे पीछे देख. पीछे घूम Leaf या.
Beautifully done from behind the Haunt. Get into the site itself, and Verno all on his lonesome. Another solid round for G2. Not the prettiest.
I don't understand give duelist to Zekken. But honestly, आसपास को smokes खेलना चाहिए. क्योंकि आसपास सिर्फ अपनी बॉडी सैक्रिफाइस ही कर रहा है.
Fundamentals getting back in there. Jump peek, instant swing. Leaf has a great flank timing. This is something that we're seeing from G2, this iteration of the team as well. on defense, they are so proactive at pushing out extremities and going for
utility
long
डालनी पड़
flanks on
जाएगी.
retakes. We saw that a lot from Jaw when he was playing the Neon. Now we're seeing it from Leaf on the Yoru. Just an additional layer of danger going up against
कोई नहीं
this
खेल
team
रहा
right
है MIBR
now.
में.
Something that they, you know, opponents always have to keep in the back of their mind once you get the spike down.
I feel like Mazzino really demonstrated his determination in yesterday's match. Honestly, just great performance.
Crazy
across the board.
one-sided
He
game,
was
हाँ
the
भाई.
foundation for what made it such a
नहीं,
competitive
मतलब जैसे
series.
मेरे को तो लगा ही
On
नहीं.
this map though, you saw that unfortunate clutch there. He and Leaf both with stingers. He was lower in health. He loses
मेरे को
that
लगा
out.
था कि MIBR टफ कंपटीशन देगी, क्लोज मैप्स जाएंगे.
This is a team that is normally
पहले 2 मैप जीतेगी MIBR, फिर G2 कम बैक करेगी. वूहू, क्या गेम होने वाला है. कितना बढ़िया गेम होगा.
So far, by the way, we haven't seen anything from G2 as far as some kind of proactive
Timeout क्यों ले रहे अगले मैप के लिए?
trap play, something that
अगले मैप में Zekan को डुलिश देना है कि नहीं देना है, डिसाइड कर लो अभी से.
haunt into a flash, something along those
अभी से
lines.
डिसाइड कर लो.
Noise queue up, something that hasn't even happened.
To be fair, there was
करोड़
an
है भाई
actual star in
साहब.
B main when Jaw pushed solo with the flash. It just wasn't lined up.
Yeah, but I'm looking for like a real multiplayer proactive play, something that's going to fully disrupt MIBR at some point.
करोड़ है next map,
You know
करोड़.
they have plays like
Alexa,
that
fan
ready to
3.
go. We just are yet to see it. Yeah. I was half expecting that this would be the kind of round where they'd send that in, you know, something massively disruptive
Third
from
map तो नहीं होगा, अबे
you know,
best of 5 है.
or whatever MIBR have planned out of the timeout. But at the moment,
अंकल लोग से हारे तो कल पापा लोग से मैच होगा.
just patient.
अबे आज पापा लोग से हारे, कल अंकल लोग से मैच होगा.
Yeah, Dre an unexpected angle playing up top, getting the teleport there.
हम लोग पापा लोग के अगेंस्ट खेल रहे हैं अभी.
Face of Renault in danger. He's got
अमेरिका के पप्पा लोग हैं
Haven.
G2.
He's not going to get spammed through that wall on Old Haven.
इस बार नया पापा आया है, फूरिया.
Informative, but all it does is provoke Jaw to move over towards the garage direction.
मेरे को तो एक बेस्ट ऑफ 5 सीरीज देखनी थी G2 वर्सेस फूरिया की भाई.
Now, but MIBR seem adamant.
वो बैंगर होती भाई.
Slow contact.
हाँ ना, वर्नो ने 16 कब मारे मैं बताऊं? जब वो होल्ड कर रहा था स्पॉन पे. कब वैलेंट भाई 3 मार देंगे तो मैं बाहर आऊंगा.
But it doesn't look like they wanted. Okay, yeah, they are going to leave.
फुरिया
now.
को
They're gonna
ऑलमोस्ट
have
कर दिया
Bruno
था
stick
कल.
around with that
अबे यार
drone,
तो एक चीज
get the
बताओ,
recon
तो
off
MIBR
boss
कल
and
फुरिया
make
को
it
इतना
seem
अच्छा
like
कंपटीशन दिए हेवन पे 11-13 हारे हैं वो लोग.
Down in heaven.
Maybe he's on an
Here's the
aggressive
drone.
line.
Here comes the fast lane, but at the same time, they're just walking in to see.
They're hitting 3 sides at the same time.
What a
But
timing
okay,
from
Jaw.
वैलेंट ने उस चीज को रीड करी.
I think you're
But Zekan is going C, bhai. Zekan is going C.
What are you going to run for the
Have
C
2
side?
seconds.
Trying to go for a plant, maybe? Talon is ready for everything. Look at the half peak.
Oh my
even stunning up
God.
Mazzino with the Nova Pulse. Zekan, not so isolated now, is able to get the plant. But Mazzino just got
वैलेंट मार रहा है
This is some of the best play I think we've
14
ever
10.
seen from
21
Valorant, which is
kill,
a
10
high
death
bar
पे
he's already
Valorant.
set for himself, but
He always
today
does it
he
in
is
playoffs.
Valorant is on a roll, chat.
playoffs, man.
4-on-2 a retake. Zekan.
जो आगे में तो मार भी नहीं रहा.
Trent on the backstab. Everything is in place. There's Jaw, Flash, it's
अमेरिका के हर साल न्यू पापा आते नहीं.
And Zekan is just unable to do anything off of it because he's caught in a grab.
30 स्टेजेस से तो एक ही पापा है अमेरिका के.
Valen adds another one to the tally just to boost the VLR stats. That play at long though, having the timing, the wherewithal to go for the Nebula, you know, just the recall star rather at long, where he catches Tex exactly as he's about to round the corner for that free kill. What a heads-up play. Wins that duel against Mazzino. He is
क्या bully है
playing
G2, है ना
so
भाई?
well right now. It's crazy.
6-7 rule.
I don't know what the rule is.
presented with that comment. Yeah. What is the rule? Not sure.
Post-game interview.
He's yep, Riv, get it in there. 22-10 is Valent's scoreline, and now we are at map point. Haven and Breeze.
Valen
both
bhai,
maps we haven't seen from G2 so far.
अबे बेबी बेन तो अब भी नहीं निकाली भाई.
They've been cooking.
Jaw and Dre going for that high-low face again. Mazzino
खत्म भाई साहब
hungry to
गेम.
fight, loses that
अबे
duel.
MIBR मिला के 10 राउंड लिए 2 मैप पे.
Jaw nets a kill.
Yeah,
G2
super
match
team.
point. The game is just firmly in their hands, dominant on their own pick.
इनका घी सड़ गया.
They're going to be watching for this, but it just doesn't really matter. He still gets
He's going to get his. Why not?
Double hold में swing करके मार के गया.
You mentioned it at the top of this game. Maps 1 and 2, we just have simply not seen G2.
चलो finally आसपास भाई ये round बचाएंगे.
The new
Let's
G2
go.
are going to hit you with the craziest comp that you have seen so far in 2026. Something you could simply never be prepared for. Their playbook is dense, and also they are just going to hit you with relentless aggression. That was effortless. This is
अबे चैट, अबे और एक देख ही लेते हैं भाई, और एक देख ही लेते हैं. मैं तो बोलता हूँ 3-0 ही देख लेते हैं पूरा. अबे माँ कसम इतना गंदा खेलते हैं भाई बियर वाले. ची भाई, अबे 7 गुना मिलेगा मैं बियर जीती तो. अल्लाह ब्रो भाई वैलिंग प्लस 18 है. ओए चैट 0-0-0 एक की केडी पे खेल रहे हैं सब लोग. ब्रो इन लोग का केडी है देखो 11-11, 17-17, 10-10. इनका आईजीएल देखो, और अभी ओवरऑल देखो +30. भाई साहब +30. MIBR will come back. Yes, definitely. MIBR is gonna come back. Let's go, bro. MIBR is gonna come back. MIBR करोड़ जीतेगी, split जीतेगी और bind भी जीतेगी. Yes, sir. Let's go, my super team. अरे, not surprised at all. +30 क्या है? +30 मतलब उसकी किल उसके डेथ से 30 ज़्यादा है. मतलब उसकी 18 डेथ है और 48 किल्स है ओवरऑल, तो +30. मार्टिन वाज +43. ACS के हिसाब से भी बहुत ऊपर है. अबे हेवन में ACS किसका ज़्यादा था? अबे ACS तो दिखाई नहीं रहे, कैलकुलेट ही नहीं हुआ अभी तक ACS. ओवरऑल अभी हो गया ना, ये देखो जैसे आसपास -13 है. MIBR स्प्लिट जीतेगी है. अरे करोड़ जीतेगी, पहले करोड़ आएगा, रुको. इट इज क्लियर PSG इफेक्ट. PSG इफेक्ट मतलब नई रेफरेंस समझा मेरे को. भाई अगर people calling Verno the best fragging IGL while Valen is the best IGL, who nukes? अबे यार, अबे चैट ज़ेकन ने इज्जत बचाई है थोड़ी सी 4 राउंड लाके. 50 मिनट में एक मैप, 40 में दूसरा. अब जनरेशनल रन भाई साहब. नेमार, मेसी, एम्बापे स्टिल टू. हाँ एग्जैक्टली. अबे सुपर टीम्स कभी चलती भी नहीं. 16 जो कल हारा उसको आज भी तुरंत BO5, कल भी तुरंत BO5. कैसे खेले आदमी? No bro, I don't think so. That's you can't blame it on scheduling bro, because वो लोग अपने मैचेस तो रखे हैं ना. तुम अपना खेल के जीत जाओ. तुमको क्यों बफर टाइम दे? तुम्हारी गलती, तुम्हारे हो. तुमको क्यों बफर टाइम चाहिए? अभी तुम आज भी हारे हो, अब कल भी हारो. 3 दिन तक हारो, 3 दिन तक अब बस हारते ही रहो भाई साहब. एमिर ने भी खेला आज वही. अबे एमिर तो खेल के जीत गई, उनको प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुई. चलो क्लर्ज भाई कल MIBR NRG देखेंगे. यस सर. तीसरा मैप करे क्या? कलर्स भाई, कलर्स बोल रहा है मेरे को भाई. 3 days लूजिंग स्ट्रीक. अरे कल कितने मैच खेले ये लोग? 5 मैप खेले. आज तो 3 में ही समाप्त कर देंगे. Most of the best players in one team. Yeah. क्या मतलब G2 के सारे players best नहीं है?
On stage, and once we addressed it, it started to feel a lot smoother as a result.
Have we even seen everything?
अरे दोस्त अरे वाओ, क्रूम कैसे लैग हो जाता है भाई?
Have we even seen everything?
What's map 3? I was just thinking about Haven. No. I think there's more to come.
No.
Love that answer. Good luck in the series.
देखेंगे
Welcome back, everyone. G, you know, there's some confidence there on his side. He has every right to be, considering how they're performing. But he said,
एमएलबी यार जान के आ रही है कि सीधा एनआरजी को हराएंगे. अबे एनआरजी चाटे बजा के चले गई तो भाई मेरे को सोच अच्छी लगी कि आज चलो G2 से हार जाते हैं, कल एनआरजी के अगेंस्ट खेल लेंगे, एनर्जी सेव कर लेते हैं. पर एनर्जी ही अगर भर दी कल तुमको तो 5000 तक कौन सा माउस बताऊं तेरे को मैं. स्काईरॉक्स V8 शिवरात्रि प्लान्स नहीं यार, कल वॉच पार्टी है मेरी जान. अभी ये मैच देखूंगा मैं, उसके बाद 5 घंटे बाद हर्ष भाई आ जाएंगे. हर्ष भाई आके उठा देंगे मेरे को. अरे भाई साहब मैं 3-4 घंटे ही सो पाऊंगा. सेकंड एंड थर्ड सीड टीम्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ एडवांटेज नहीं. सेकंड थर्ड टीम दोनों ग्रुप खेलने वाली है.
This super explosive plays out with that Phoenix. A lot of the time, that ult enables them to take a lot of space, and it felt like they were constantly gravitating.
आज पैसिफिक में भी 3-0 हुआ क्या? आज जल्दी खत्म करके रेस्ट ताकि कल जीते. हाँ भाई एग्जैक्टली. कह रहे थे नहीं मुंबई में, ये मैं नहीं बता सकता ना.
So many layers towards how he wanted to use that utility with the Molly and the super fast Phoenix flashes.
Yeah, the flashes were kind of insane. We saw him use it as a piece of post-plant utility as well to kind of delay. But I think it just goes to show that I think
कल पता भी नहीं चलेगा एनर्जी कहाँ से मार रही है. हाँ ना.
In all those clips that we just watched, one of the main things is that they were doing it together. They were constantly trading each other out, bouncing off of the Phoenix ults, following it up, and that was the reason why they won so many of these team fights. They were able to trade, whereas on the other side of MIBR, they weren't.
I think it's easy to also look at these big changes and think that they're just kind of coming up with a gimmick, doing something willy-nilly to throw their opponent off. But I think some of what you're talking about, right, with how they're always prioritizing taking garage trade draw, something they never did in their previous compositions, at least that same way, shows how much they understand the theory of why they're
भाई ये तो हम आज VCD चर्चा में ही कर रहे थे.
Strengths and still find depth in it.
अपना ही डेस्क बना लेंगे.
This crazier off-meta pick.
5000 तक कीबोर्ड.
Yeah, no.
M chose A60
and not
Pro.
only do you have these incredible picks, these great calls,
क्या पता
but
कल
you also
फाइनल
are seeing
बॉस
the
जाग
results
जाए.
out there in the server too, but it's not coming from the usual suspects. We did watch a couple of big plays there from Giacomo, but instead Valen's having a life game right now. He's having a moment.
For real.
This guy is insane.
क्या था ये?
It feels like Myrna, he cannot do anything wrong out there.
I feel like his moment to shine is in post plants. The amount of clutches this series alone that he's had when he's in those post plant situations is kind of insane. And the fact that MIBR keep giving him a lot of these 1v1 fights when they have so much util, when they have numbers up, is kind of insane. But I mean, the fact that he's able to capitalize on it so convincingly, as well as just constantly having that fragment power in the middle of the round, while also being able to IGL. I feel like this is a Valorant that's just on
fire. Look at these faces after he wins that round. That was 2 maps in a row, Emily, where he wins a 1-on-4 clutch.
Oh my God.
It just crushes them.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, like, I've been in so many situations where I've been in clutches as well, and I've had to do a lot of work to win those out, and Valorant did exactly that, but also MIBR kind of fed into that. They didn't make it super hard. He didn't have to do some big brain maneuvers around the map or play it with any kind of utility. They kind of just ran into him, and his aim was on point.
Yeah, it's very different from the last 1v4 that he had on Breeze, where it was like working the map, the timing.
But even still, it's MIBR mistakes that are even making it possible to begin with. And
shouldn't even be a thing to begin with.
Yes, and after losing last night, map 5, going the distance, coming here again, losing 2 maps in a row with your opponent coming out with new
South Africa
yourself go into blind because they haven't had to play either.
South Africa को कुछ मत
It's really a debilitating position for MIBR.
It is. They're down 2-0 in the series right now. Let's hear what's going on in the MIBR camp. We have Coach Fraud standing by.
I am here with Fraud before their next map. Down 0-2 as we head into this one, but it's a fresh map. Where are you directing the team's focus here as you head in?
We just been lacking a little bit of that confidence when we're playing. Obviously, like, we're really good players, but we're just
messing up on some little details like our spacing, our certain communication. So I think that's really the focus point right now. Is feel like everything is going well. We're just not really implementing some of those like final pieces to close out the round. So I think for us, it's really just put that love and care to close out the rounds the right way.
All right, hope to see it, Frad. Good luck.
And you are hoping to see MIBR figure that out, but they don't have a lot of time to do so here because they're looking at the end of the barrel, folks. This is it. If they lose this here, it's over. They're cooked. MIBR have to take a trip to the lower bracket. G2 will march forward towards Santiago, Chile, and Athena, they're looking good doing it, but I will raise a couple red flags here in that interview with Fraud. Big fan of his, but for him to say, you know, all the little things, the fundamentals, all these things, it is concerning, especially when G2 have all that stuff pretty much figured out.
I mean, these are fundamental issues that are making big mistakes that are then converting rounds that should be wins into snowball rounds for G2. And G2 is a team that capitalizes when they have a lot of that utility and a lot of those ults, especially when you have agents like Phoenix. Like, you're literally giving him a second life with his ult, and you're just allowing that to happen. So MIBR, they need to really reel it back a little bit, and I'm hoping since Corrode is their map pick, that potentially they kind of have a solid game plan going into it where they can feel like they got it.
One of the players you have to look at to recover this for MIBR is Ospas. He struggled on the Waylay this map before. He's likely to be solo on that role again. In the past, when he's played G2 and BO5s, he has always been a monster. He's never gone negative. This is one of his worst series, and he's got to lock in.
This is it for G2 Esports. A question on their mind, can they get that 3-0? They're feeling good, but MIBR need to stand strong if they want to stay alive in this series. Find out how it all unfolds after the break.
MIBR में जब तक टेक्स जैसे प्लेयर से तब तक तो नहीं निकाल रहे.
Here in his middle bracket, final. G2 have paved the way here. A royal road to Santiago. It's not through the upper bracket, sure, but they're looking very, very good here at their second fight. MIBR dejected, quiet, and in the words of Fraud, lacking that confidence, missing the polish you need to compete at this level. We're off to Corrode here for our third
G2 मस्ती कर रही है chat. G2 literally मस्ती कर रही है. अबे वो ISO.
Something we're seeing run back with a twist though, as it's Jaw on the ISO and Baby Bay's on the Waylay.
As per the success of Baby Bay picking
वो लोग ने एक बार खेला है ये comp एक बार खेला है बस.
I think this is the right switch. He looks better, more comfortable on the agent than Jaw does, and Jaw looks great on the other duelist. So easy swap, even though they did win that map. That map
और उसमें भी किसने खेला है पता है?
Undefeated win streak that they're
Chat Baby Bay ने खेला है ना ISO.
And in that match against C9
oh shit भाई.
they started
अभी जॉग में खेल रहा है. बड़ी भाई कैसे हो?
ISO, he got a crucial 4K and then he started standing up.
MIBR को जीतते देखना है थी. ये तो हार रही है क्या बात है? 3-0 देख के जाओ फिर आप. कुछ भी कॉम्प होता है G2 का भाई मजाक कर रहे हैं. पेपर एक्स बनना है.
And from there, they have just been in
भाई जॉगमो और बेबी बे ने एजेंट स्विच किए हैं भाई साहब.
They are ready to close this out.
तेरे लिए आइसो खेल रहा है. अबे मस्ती कर रहे हैं वो लोग. चलो आसपास अकेला डुएलिस्ट हार गए. नाइस Mazino.
Mazino has to
honestly with the ass
individually. He has to get into the form that he was in yesterday.
Damn good start though.
The last remaining LATAM player trying to get to home soil and compete in Santiago. And yesterday he felt so hungry in the server. You could see it in the way that he was playing. G2 so far insurmountable, but MIBR obviously a squad with the talent to turn things around. Like we said to start this game off,
ये भी राउंड अगर G2 जीत गई ना तो MIBR को सैंटियागो की तैयारी छोड़ देनी चाहिए.
Last year.
They're here to disrupt. They're trying to break the mold.
Combining Zekin and Osbos, bringing in the players from Lev that Osbos felt comfortable with before. But here's Leaf picking off Mizzino now on the run. One gets away, slips behind the wall. That's really well played to get this into the 2-on-2.
It's almost like he's expecting another player here to have rotated through. He stays hidden, tucked in the corner. Tex just doesn't check it out.
देखा अबे तेरे को दिखा बेवड़े.
Tex though has to waddle around out in the open. Now it's on Valin though. 1 versus 2. We need some big right clicks here.
अबे भाई लीफ कैसा बेवड़ा आदमी है ना माँ कसम तेरे को क्रॉस करते हुए दिखा ना देखना मैप पे.
First time I think Valin has missed a shot in this entire series as well. Given that
भाई हाँ सही बात है. First time Valin ने हगा होगा.
After 2 maps of play, that is crazy. Well, 48 and 19 now.
Almost
that 1 death.
Almost 350 ACS average this series. Come on, bro. Great start from Mizzino though. He turns up top mid, finds those 3 kills.
वो देखो दिखा बराबर दिखा. ये आप बेबी बे से पहले आप बूढ़े हो गए हो.
Nice guys. Let's go.
They can't make it a 2v3 clutch. Good looks here for MIBR. Don't know what's been said to him in the break, but they need to find a way to generate some energy.
अब मस्ती कर रहे हैं G2 वाले. अबे सालो जल्दी सोना है मेरे को. अगर G2 वाले ये मैप हार गए मैं जा रहा हूँ सोने. मस्ती कर रहे हैं सब.
Play off of the KO's contact.
Big flash.
That's perfect from Trent, and Mizzino was forced back as well. What is that? Come on.
Surely not. The double tap. Verno's able to cut through it like a hot knife through. Butter though. Still disadvantaged in numbers, and around the corner is Trent with the recovered judge. And so Tex had better have his 6-shooter at the ready because G2 now can disperse over the B side of the map.
Leaf just going to be slowly working back towards that B side as well.
निकालो टेक्स भाई. उस दिन बहुत बज रहे थे. चलो आज निकालो राउंड निकालो. अभी चलो 1v3. चलो जल्दी राउंड निकालो.
Someone else is making noise. Tex, he knows there's no one close. He knows there's one upper.
He can clear that corner at least.
He's gonna know someone is in main.
It's time.
And he's got no time.
He2 surrounds him, taunting him.
It's time.
And so they will take a thrifty here in the second round, if you can call it that. 6 at play in B main there to catch out the judge player.
Pistol round throw करके जीत गए भाई.
The close pop flash that got sent out from Trent was perfect. But what was used onto Mizzino to force him back? I kind of wanted to see that again. Was that just the... I honestly didn't even see, but Mizzino was
G2 के लिए इतना easy game है कि वो लोग बच भी नहीं रहे भाई.
Could not see what was happening from Baby Bay's screen. My old eyes when watching a Waylay. How does Baby Bay know what's happening, bro? He's the one playing it.
One simple trick. These doctors hate it. All right, so same approach here to that B main area. G2 made the right call. Nobody lying in wait for them here on this B side of the map. It's MIBR down to pistols and a bucky for Aspas. This is the only map that he plays Waylay on that we've seen at least here from MIBR.
Yeah, not a team that has indexed into the Waylay meta pretty much at all.
I mean, they're still playing a bunch of Rays. They've always been a bit traditional.
It's Aspas teams that have always been traditional. He wants to just stick to his classic agents that he made a name for himself on. Champions with just playing Rays. And I do think we've seen in the past that that's been a problem for MIBR. Like
remember
last year, they were trying to figure out how to make the Yoru meta work around their team. And it just didn't really end up working until an Artson was
leave by I'll be ready.
Still, it never felt right because you want Osbos to be playing an agent that you're opping or could off with, right? Opping with Waylay's not bad on defense.
That was a pretty clinical round for G2. They picked the right side and then they just go hunting. Quite uneventful compared to the rest of this series. But again, it's 5 orbs that they pick up, which means that their kill contract is 1 away. Viper's Pit is 2 away. In general, these big ultimates are starting to come around the corner.
I need a gun.
I imagine G2 do want to get him that orb straight away.
भाई मतलब इतना जल्दी मैच खत्म कर दिए ना.
One of those anchors disappeared, dash on top of him with Baby Bay, and then even if Jaw loses the duel, get the free kill.
This ISO gives a good option for the mid take behind that contingency. You can't spam it down with an Odin. G2 want to go B again. And MIBR don't risk putting anybody close now.
Ult आ गया जोगमो का. उठा आसपास को उठा मैं तो बोलता हूँ.
Could have been kill contract time, but G2 want to play a little bit slower. You can see MIBR feels like they were really expecting.
सोचा MIBR ना जीत रही.
With all
अबे हाँ बे चैट
players
सोने जाना
that could
चाहिए.
have funneled towards B straight away to help, but
अबे अभी ये मैच देखना सिर्फ टाइम पास ही है. 6 बजे सो जाऊंगा तो कम से कम मैं 11:30 तक उठ सकता हूँ.
40 seconds of the round.
अच्छी नींद मिल जाएगी भाई.
Hasn't dealt with any real pressure. It's just Zekin passively watching on this A side. We'll see if he has to break a trailblazer, gets caught by a flash, spotted out. He will get hit with that kill contract, surely, as MIBR look at the rotates. They're coming from the top side of the map. They want to get there to help Zekin ASAP.
Yeah, Zekin's able to get himself out at the very least, but he's the kill contract.
Zekin पकड़ा.
He will be absorbed.
गलत आदमी लिया भाई तूने अंदर.
Jorby Zekin. Jorgomo's going to win it. Now Baby Bay makes his way in towards elbow. We are in the post plant here. Jor with a double tap shield active can take the swing and take Aspas to task. Mazino tries to get forward here. Trent wildly sprayed. Doesn't win it out, but that Odin's been neutralized. Baby Bay with the spectre gets his.
This is must win for Tex, trying to catch Leaf, but Leaf is just going to play it smart.
बेचारा Mazino bro.
And now it's a weak Mazino.
तो Mazino के लिए बुरा लग रहा है.
On the flank, can he catch this timing? So narrowly off, but still.
He doesn't have time.
देख लिया देख लिया देख लिया देख लिया. 6 बजे तक मैप ही खत्म हो जाएगा. चलो देख ही लेते हैं.
You feel like even with 2 kills there, there's no time for a defuse, but we might be getting that Mazino moment on this map.
6:15 तक तो खत्म हो जाना चाहिए.
Jaw winning that duel. Armor pays off, I'll tell you that.
भाई वो आसपास को क्या मारा बे जोगमो ने.
Had to break that first. Fair attempt from Mazino, right? Getting this 3K deal to the Baby Bay, who got a very important kill late when he wins that duel against the Odin. Just running with a second.
डर गया था पहले.
What is going on?
MIBR on the eco
G2
now.
मार रही लाला of course.
2 shotguns towards A.
Over there.
चैट क्या लगता है MIBR ये मैप पे कितने राउंड निकालेगी? 6 के ऊपर या 6 के नीचे?
From MIBR, and many of those cabbages are running it down mid. That's telling.
B main as well.
Baby वेले खेल रहा है.
And now they just want to pivot over towards A, but it is the bottom.
Nah, bro.
Zekin steps up with a bucket of his own.
Ooh, nice
Zekin. Flash is playing off his own paranoia, if I'm not mistaken. Couple big kills, and there's another bucky in the mix still. Does he check the second?
Baby Bay just chilling in corrode spawn. Oh, Verno.
Bro, Baby Bay को देखो.
On the move.
कौन से going B now?
Okay, G2 been
इन
cut
लोगों
down
को
to
टेक्स का कोई इन्फो नहीं है.
Oh, Valen.
Oh my God, टेक्स ने राउंड डुबा दिया bro. टेक्स ने राउंड डुबा दिया. वेलिन भाई क्या दिमाग लगाते हो भाई? चाशनी आदमी नहीं हो तुम. चाशनी हो. चाशनी आदमी नहीं हो तुम. बहते हो. तुम बहते हो.
Name a more iconic location. Got the ace before.
Check के ऊपर.
After playing like 2 matches of VCT.
Baby Bay at KBBQ and then the club.
3 round.
I believe is more iconic than that, but sure. Close second though. Chi-Chi's big fan.
भाई वो देखो Zekin ने वहाँ पे 2 मारा था. 2 मार के एक गन गिराई थी जिससे वर्नो ने 1 मारा था. फिर भी राउंड हार गए.
Oh, you hate to have the bucky against the ISO with the armor.
0 पे कौन है duelist?
Just depressing.
But again, this is G2
Final boss.
to fight into these
गिरा आसपास.
Spam from the Odin or a bucky up close. You've got contingency and double tap which are built to handle that.
अबे ये मैप पिक लिया क्यों बे?
G2 very slow to open up this round. Haven't fought for any space.
छोटा नहीं मैप पिक कर लेते हैं.
Of course, against this Waylay comp, you do have to be concerned about.
मैप पिक कर लेते हैं.
You could have a pop flash coming from Mazino into the dash saturate, combo it with a recon, or you can, instead of having one of the pop flashes thrown, use the paranoia. Right? They have.
चट इससे हमें एक चीज पता चलती है कि EME बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होता है.
And G2 don't want to be a victim of that.
इससे हमें ये चीज जरूर पता चलती है. EME बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग होता है भाई.
Up towards B and Jaw going to make some noise on A. Presumably they are really liking using him as this duelist fake and then hitting the other side of the map. There's only 1 anchor here. Baby Bay is in. Tex blinded on the run.
Falls down. There's the shorty from Trent. Still fighting in the side. Mazino gives as good as he gets, but he's knocked. Null Commando's still active. That might matter in terms of setting up this post-plant architecture.
And won't get the pit down from Leaf right away if he does want to use it. Well, not a whole lot of play though. Yeah. All good. Drone is sent out there from front, so they can try to get back into elbow, but Jaws now is on alert.
There's a sense like this is just meant to be for G2. They might be look listless.
They're over pushing right
क्या बात है
Feels like they shouldn't have even gotten to a 2-on-2 situation, but still, they have to deal with this pit as time is really dwindling off the clock.
He's going to see it coming first. The drop down is handled. Hands knocked together as G2 get out to 5.
And they are just, again, loving to lean into this Jogamo.
किसी प्रो प्लेयर या फेमस स्ट्रीमर के साथ खेला है? हाँ, एक फेमस स्ट्रीमर है, हर्ष खेल रहा है। उसके साथ रोज खेलता हूँ। और प्रो प्लेयर दवाई के अगेंस्ट खेला हूँ। सुशी बॉयज के साथ खेला हूँ। और कौन है प्रो प्लेयर? द डॉक्टर के अगेंस्ट खेला।
When there's just the shorty right in his face.
मेरे साथ खेला है प्रो प्लेयर। नोटी भाई, प्लीज भाई, तुम तो ये गेम खेलते भी नहीं हो। नोटी भाई, क्या कैसा चल रहा है फिर आपका? आपका अरे यार चैट रुको। नोटी भाई, वैलेंटाइंस कैसा गया? और बताओ नोटी भाई।
And all of a sudden you have Jaw just running teams over, playing
और बताओ नोटी भाई, कैसा गया वैलेंटाइंस?
For some reason, Baby is just actually maybe not for some reason. I mean, this was he's just in Fade Smeeg territory. This is just a throwback to 2021, man.
Sovereign Phantom अच्छी है।
Brick by brick, we have built
आसपास कोई स्टाइल के अवार्ड होगा अपनी।
Exactly what Baby was playing, that same style.
Long distance में कैसे? Long distance क्यों नोटी भाई?
Then Chamber.
Okay. Shit, bro.
Starting to move into duelist territory, and here we are.
Long distance कैसे हो गया अचानक से?
The boys on base.
Yeah, little Baby J in the roster. Yeah. Crazy, man. All right. Round number 7 beckons, folks. Let's dive in. It is MIBR released in a bought-up situation, except, well, Messina doesn't have any armor.
गिरा आसपास.
And he's going for it.
G2 now going to execute through that A choke. Trent flashes right, so they know that elbow is vacant. Leaf with the perfect timing to get
Messina delete हो गया.
as well.
Yeah, felt like a risk he was taking there. All right, he's continuing to get short into the site, but there is going to be a wall in the way. Flash through it. Burner continuing to give space.
भाई पूरे VCT में एक ही प्लेयर खेलता है इसो। एक ही टीम खेलती है, मतलब प्लेयर नहीं। प्लेयर तो बेबी खेलता है।
Trailblazering link off this timing wide. Super heads up from Trent.
Yeah, that's great. Now they can just take that space and have another.
ये loyalty फिर से second. Once more.
Oh, vengeance per second for half.
Nice. Badla the revenge.
Was getting even up here. Baby might have to get busy, but he can't get into elbow. G2 have been forced off the side. Burner though can't quite get the defuse, and what is that? Oh my goodness, 2 shots, 2 kills. Trent Shorter gets there too. And G2. Man, that is a defenestration of a round, Wyatt.
The execute is so good, and then the util after the fact, like that Trailblazer you called out. Trent really got so much good info for the team there going in. There was an initial flash that was sent towards elbow while getting through the choke, so they feel safe to just take that space.
Come on!
It's 7 AM. It's 5:55. मेरे को लगा it was 7 AM, bro.
In from multiple angles.
Final boss.
I think this is getting out of hand now. I'm gonna sound the alarm.
Some may argue it was getting out of hand before, but I'm with you. Trent with a kill on Mazzino, who's just been desperately challenging mid. Feels like he's just trying to do anything to get something.
क्या ये राउंड आसपास का किल आएगा? आ गया. आसपास भाई lock in, focus. Tunnel vision.
Between for MIBR today against this unfallible G2 team.
कोई बात नहीं आसपास भाई, आपको कोई कुछ नहीं बोल रहा है. मैं हूँ आपके साथ. फुल सपोर्ट MIBR को, फुल सपोर्ट है आपको. जर्सी जला दूंगा. फाड़ दूंगा. करो कुछ अच्छा मैच. अरे भाई उन लोग को ए साइड खाली मिल गया. ओह शिट, 3 लोग मिड वॉक अप कर रहे हैं.
Trailblazer to link on the timing again.
6:25 in Bangladesh. Shit bro, it's still not 7 a.m. You know 7 a.m. कहाँ हो रहा है? 7 a.m. हो रहा है खरोड में, क्योंकि it's baby bed time. It's meek season. मारेगा आसपास. Shit.
Yeah, G2 making sure they know exactly what's coming and when. Balance set up for the rest of them. Baby Bay wants to farm them up a little bit, and why not?
अरे भाई,
Balance posts 3 in a
फिर मार रहा है भाई.
full round that sends G2 to 7.
He's only 8-4 right now. Come on.
Well,
pick it up, man.
Yeah.
Only 8-4.
Need 10K by the end of the day. Pump those numbers up.
Leaf at the casual 9-2 as well.
दोस्तों, क्या इस राउंड में आसपास की किल आएगी? चलो आओ, हम सब एक दूसरे में ही गेम खेलते हैं. आ जाओ. ये राउंड में आसपास की किल आएगी, बताओ. आएगी तो 1 लिखो, नहीं आएगी तो 2 लिखो.
Envy single-handedly. Verno had a good game then as well, but
ये गेम तो बोरिंग हो रहा है. अपन कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग करते हैं.
the off now in this round, maybe that can turn things around for MIBR. But at max, just getting 5 rounds on defense.
अबे एक ही बंदा 1 लिख रहा है भाई.
From this point on.
ठीक है चलो.
It's hard to imagine.
आसपास ऑपरेटर लिया है.
But if you recall, they won the pistol, right?
Yeah. And then
it's their only round win.
नहीं
They immediately got thrifted by the set play in B main from G2.
ठीक है, चलो आओ फिर देखें.
They were too late.
जानने के लिए रही, देखते रहिए.
This could be Ospas moment though as the wall drops. Nebula going to obscure his view temporarily, just a recall smoke.
There's a swing off this contact though, right? They're gonna catch Ospas. Can he get out? Oh yeah, the double tap. That'll do it. Jaws is getting too much. They are walking to it. Looks like he's loving life on this ISO. Player advantage up for G2. Aspas only finding the 1 kill. At least he gets him on 0.
कोई मतलब नहीं हुआ.
Here's Zekando, ever dependable.
अरे क्या जोगमो का एस होगा? क्या जोगमो का एस होगा? 1 लिखिए अगर एस होगा और 2 लिखिए अगर नहीं होगा. Possible.
He's low. Almost feels too low for this. Where's Tex coming from as well?
I felt like MIBR were out of it, but suddenly this actually has become a real chance for them to get this.
क्या बात है?
Win, but Jaw has other ideas.
4 for Jaw, and he's looking for more. Tex out in the open, knows how to win it out.
Oh.
Quiet achiever.
क्या टेक्स है? हाफ ये राउंड जीतेगा. 1 लिखिए अगर जीतेगा, 2 लिखिए अगर नहीं जीतेगा.
2 role players, and it's Trent that takes it. Devastating round loss for MIBR. They bought into it. Aspas with an op, but they got completely thwarted.
आपकी टिकट पहले कटेगी मेरे को लग रहा है.
Time out, man. Didn't even show frustrated emotion, just
सब गलती हो रहा है. चलो बताओ किस का सही हुआ. चलो बताओ किस का सही हुआ. 3 में से कितने सही हुए आपके?
He gets the kill, but then just tries to stay committed to.
अरे उसका अल्ट फिर से रेडी हो गया भाई. तीसरा
That shield is going to get popped, and your op is useless in that situation. He already got
1 on 3.
There's no one ready to support really.
Oh shit!
On that angle.
It's the problem. You can't play contact.
सारे सही हुए. क्या बात है? आपको मेरी तरफ से मिलता है बहादुरी का मेडल.
To get 1 there, but you gotta be feeling like he just needs to get out. After that.
जिन लोगों का 2 हुआ उन लोगों को कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. जिन लोगों का 3 on 3 हुआ उसको मिलेगा बहादुरी का मेडल, और जिनका एक भी सही नहीं हुआ उसको मुझे कुछ देना चाहिए.
1 kill, it feels like it's not enough. I gotta do more. I have to do something to win my team this round. Mizino's pushing down mid. I gotta do more. I have to get more than.
अब क्या करें? अब एक और कुछ बढ़िया करते. जोगेमो के पास अल्ट है. जोगेमो के पास ये राउंड अल्ट है. क्या जोगेमो अल्ट करेगा तो जोगेमो जिसको अल्ट करेगा उसको मार पाएगा. ये ऑप्शन 2. उसकी अल्ट वेस्ट होगी या वो नहीं मार पाएगा. चलो बताओ.
If it's not already too late.
1 or 2
rounds behind, only winning the pistol in this half, and they've been shut out.
1 जोगेमो अल्ट करके जीतेगा. 2 या तो अल्ट मिस होगी या वो हारेगा.
Dude, second one more time. Let's break the tie. We need a rubber band match in the kill contract.
देखिए अभी जाना ही ना, जाना ही स्ट्रीम में थोड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग हो गया ना गेम अचानक से.
Okay, so Viper's pit to be made. This is simply just to eliminate 1 lane, 1 possibility for G2.
Shit.
And yet, Wyatt.
अचानक से इंटरेस्टिंग गेम हो गया ना चैट.
2 players
अब बताओ.
Kill contract the
Viper.
Viper.
You hate to get kill contract.
Does Mizzino have to stand ahead here of the Viper?
Yes.
चलो आओ. हो जाए second by फिर.
That's insane.
खोल दो.
The fact that you have to.
खोल दो.
Yeah, Viper Spit is here. Joel's saying, right, what's there to be getting? All right.
खींच लिया.
But it doesn't matter. Mizzino's in the pit.
Yeah, he's dominating. Tex though inside the kill contracts. Oh, he's shot.
हार गया.
Okay, all of a sudden MIBR have found themselves.
MIBR का दूसरा राउंड आ गया. बताओ. बताओ किसका सही हुआ.
Just tried to rush that pit.
वो सब लोग 1 बोल रहे थे, सिर्फ 2 लोग 2 बोल रहे थे.
Still has that determination to get MIBR back in this game with a 4-piece.
Feels like that's definitely enough. Fighting inside that Viper's pit.
4 on 4 गलत क्या बात है.
A lot of money to work with.
क्या बात है.
About throwing themselves at that round, but flawless is going to be good to raise.
Mizzino बहुत अच्छा खेला भाई.
That's nice, just sidestepping there, gets that first kill. Wow, even swings out onto Valen. That really is the determination. That is the feeling of I am going to win my team this game.
ये लोग सब लोग आसपास देखने आए थे जिनके चेहरे लटके हुए हैं ना.
He's taking the first step, but it's a long road.
Trial.
Just coming into some
All right.
here towards the end of the half.
चलो एक बड़ी वाली लगाते हैं, ठीक है. क्या MIBR 8-4 करेगी?
Will be denied of that right now.
या MIBR 9-3 करेगी? या 10-2 होगा?
So what are they hoping for behind this cosmic divide? Because they pulled out a B entirely.
Perfect. That's a good first kill. Can anyone trade?
You would think that a swing here from Valen?
Yeah, just patient, waiting for some kind of
चलो बताओ 1, 2, 3.
But there's such limited information about the state of top mid that G2 can't split A here.
Now if G2
ठीक है.
they try to rush into A though, this conversion pass could lock them.
चलो lock in कर लो, सब लोग lock in कर लो, okay? Lock in कर लो.
That's really telling though. That only one seeker gets over to this part of the map. Oh, that's a big catch.
Counter ult.
Conversion pass.
अरे आसपास में भाग गए.
Aspas Mizzino both hinted out, and Baby Bay might have the chance to capitalize on this, but refracts away. Aspas able to shrug off that hindrance now, and Jaws playing forward, caught by the fragment, by the looks, and now Mizzino is trying to get in there. Aspas though has been picked up. This presence in elbow, and so Mizzino's going to go for it. Self flashes and takes the kill on Valen. Gives it a tap. Trent gets close, suppressed, but sees Mizzino coming.
Trent भी खेल रहा है ये game.
Baby Bay in a 1 versus 2. Has to move on up. No defuse right yet. He just smeared all over him.
Almost sends a chair into the crowd, bro. That is disgusting. Last bullet, I think, on that one.
Hits a saturate before
last bullet.
Oh. Let's go! Come on!
That does keep doing it. Josh can't believe it. Similar reaction for the rest of us.
MIBR can't.
भाई अभी जिन लोग ने स्कोर लिखा है ना, एक चीज बता दूं, आपके स्कोर का कोई मतलब नहीं कि कुछ हो तो सकता नहीं इनका.
And still shut down because of a clutch.
Okay, Hunter's Fury here. Can Verno make an impact on this round? Tags are good on Trent, he's dealt with. That's a free kill, but Jaw fights, he's
अरे भाई एक हाफ में 4 अल्ट करेगा क्या?
Has the double tap shield broken, but this snake bite means that the Tex can't get any further ahead for now. But his aim has been so good.
Leaf oversteps, no one able to assist. Does Jaw play this aggro? He wants to take the fight, but the pop flash is perfect. Mizzino capitalizes off of himself.
ठीक है. पॉसिबल 9-3 एंट्री लेस बेबी बे और वैलन कुछ करते हैं और दोनों ही बहुत डेंजर प्लेयर है भाई साहब. दोनों ने बहुत क्रेजी क्लचेस निकाले. ये टाइम आ चुका है दोनों का शाइन करने के लिए. ये 2v4 एक डाउन हो गया. वर्नो निकाला. इट्स अ 1v3 फॉर नेवर माइंड. 9-3
MIBR saving a little bit of face here in his first half, but as defense sides go,
MIBR गंदा कैसे खेल रही है
It really does feel
भाई.
like
एक चीज बताऊं, जेन्युइनली एक चीज बताऊं, MIBR गंदा नहीं खेल रही है, वो गंदी ही थी. बस वो कभी किसी अच्छी टीम के अगेंस्ट खेली नहीं है, तो आपको समझ में नहीं आया कि वो गंदा खेल रही है.
Not a stranger to the international stage by any means. Not a stranger to deep runs at internationals. What he was able to do at Champions.
क्या बात है. 9-3.
And it really feels like he's trying to will his team there right now.
Pistol round.
Now we're gaming.
Pistol round. ठीक है. पिस्टल राउंड G2 निकालेगी कि MIBR निकालेगी? 2 for MIBR, 1 for G2.
Yeah, it's a song of fire and ice out there between these teams. We'll be back after this break. Of course, the second half of Kuroda's G2 look to lock their ticket for Santiago.
Two for MIBR, 1 for G2. Wow. नहीं, 2 for G2, 1 for MIBR. अब इससे इंटरेस्टिंग गेम तो what Valen 8 before this match. This guy is unstoppable. 2 for G2, 1 for MIBR. Yes. क्योंकि G2 है, you know. 2. ठीक है. चलो आ जाओ. MIBR lock in. अबे वो लोग किक आउट हो जाएंगे अभी थोड़ी देर बाद. लॉक इन बोल रहा है. चलो. सब लोग बोल रहे हैं MIBR निकालेगी. सब लोग बोल रहे हैं MIBR निकालेगी. ठीक है. चलो फिर. MIBR looking a bit tired. Bro, they are cooked. They are not tired. They are cooked. हो जाए अब. 6-10 से पहले गेम खत्म होने वाला था. ऑलमोस्ट 6-10 भी होने आ गया. फाइनल बॉस लॉक इन करेगा.
Tickets for Master Santiago are available now. Scan this QR code to score your front row seat for the first global event of the year. We're headed to Chile, baby. I could not be more excited. Mazina would like to have a free trip back home, I think.
He's definitely playing like it.
Yep.
He is definitely playing like it. And it feels like in a moment like this, he is seeing
comeback आ रहा है. ठीक है.
The potential of it start to fade a little bit. Going into today, this was always going to be dangerous for MIBR. We said it at the top.
भाई अगर ये मैच G2 हार गई ना.
Grueling game, a long game, and now up against G2 who have been waiting in peak
क्या ही बोलूं
in the tournament. I'll tell you though, if
let's go. Giras pass final boss.
We might be in for an all-time.
My idol.
They started to show signs of life at the very end of that defense. But here G2 straight out of B main, they want to just take the fight to them. Look at this play.
Always a set play, Wyatt. They're happy enough with that one kill, but
Trent
wants to try and catch second pulling out.
ने कैसे मारा?
Maybe a little too late though.
Little face off the wall drop.
Second's hanging around.
Yeah, Baby Bay trying to spam through the population is perfect, but Zekin
अरे यार दो लोग हैं वहाँ
a lot of damage onto Trent, so he doesn't feel willing to overcommit to get a second kill there. Of course, it's not necessary to get a second kill, so they'll just slow it down, back it up.
Kind of
Leaf को देखो.
Doesn't get a peek that he's looking for. That Trailblazer is so illuminating. Two players.
क्या कंट्रोल में Leaf वहाँ पे.
MIBR are gonna have to pivot.
Oh, Valen exposing himself. Verna with an opportunity, pushing through that wall, but he can't win the isolated duel. That would have been crucial to cracking open this A site.
Tex hoping to follow, and Valen isn't aware of just how close he is, but he has his crosshair placed perfectly. Look at this.
Great kill, and now this player with the shorty Leaf going to need to reposition. MIBR have just circumvented him completely by getting to back A instead, flipping the map.
Are they gonna rotate through defense side sport?
No, there's just no way. They're not going to have the time. Yeah, the map is just
timing
way too large.
Exactly.
But they have to deal with Leaf close up with the shorty.
He knows now.
So dangerous.
What? At that range? Are you kidding me? Oh, the double tap gets one.
Ooh, 1v2.
So it's down to Zekin. Trent and Baby Bay a little split right now. Baby Bay a little bit alone, but does not care.
अरे आपकी सुपर टीम तो हारने वाली है. Oh shit!
Right before the spike was planted, and Zekin would be able to get off of it.
It has lined up a little bit
और
like that.
chat और बोलो MIBR जीतेगी round.
About Valen's timings on the previous map, what he did on Breeze.
Oh my god. Sick shot from Trent. If Verno gets that kill, I think we're looking at a completely different round, honestly.
Oh shit.
Yo, you like that shorty vibe, boy?
Chat आप लोगों ने jinx किया. मैंने नहीं किया jinx. आप लोगों ने jinx किया भाई.
He played inside his own poison orb and had to basically take that max range shot with a shorty.
मैंने
seen
कुछ
this
नहीं
story
बोला.
before back on Haven. Second half force right now from MIBR trying to pressure onto Baby Bay. He knows he's going to get overwhelmed. That refract doesn't do a whole lot for him though. He is still on the run.
Final boss.
In pursuit.
I like that from Usbus, but now he's realized he's run out of rope. He's going to have to pull back, but the rest of his team instead are going to hit this side. Valano with the Spectre. Out a flick from Baby Bay. That is nuts. Verno loses purchase on the spike, and here's Jaw with a backstab opportunity. 2v3 again. G2 with the suppression on Tex. That is tough. And Valen delivers a 4-piece.
It feels like everyone on G2 are just running around with the stim beacon. There's no brim, but it feels like they're just that quick. How are they there flooding? How are they there just shutting down MIBR that burst out of the choke the second they see Baby?
MIBR ka comeback aayega.
Mazzino going to regret pushing into that.
They will actually go back to where they came from.
He did not. That's free for Valen.
Come on, Trent. Good.
And all of a sudden,
with
everyone from MIBR encircled. Yeah, this is a situation where they just have to force again. Do you really want to save and let G2 just get to match point? They want to go for it.
भाई तुम लोग एक चीज नोटिस किए हो 3 मैप में MIBR ने 13 राउंड लिए हैं फाइनली एक मैप जितने राउंड आ गए लेट्स गो क्या बात है टेक्स
Second, trying to plug away at him with that Sheriff, but can't find a kill.
Gets the quick gun swap, upgrades to the Phantom on the retreat. Verno down mid. Yeah, you're not going to be wanting the stinger. That timing.
They know though.
Oh my God, Aspas somehow gets away.
But Aspas, his
the element of surprise.
He's lost that now.
Look at this in the meantime. G2 working down B main. So if MIBR do go hit B, you could have Jaw take a duel, then back up, control elbow, and they can.
They're going mid top.
Angles, except Zekin is going to re-clear in main. This fight is so crucial, and Leaf is not ready for it.
Obviously with that Vandal.
MIBR, they're everywhere. Jaw wants to refight this now.
What is that? That was mental. He's picked himself up the Vandal now. Numbers once more even. At least though, Aspas can now play closer angles with this bucket. It's actually in a decent position to make use of the weapon in the
one's coming CT, bro.
So spread across the map right now. Drone going to see Jaw.
Shit, अब तो drone से भी tag नहीं हो रहा भाई.
Verno right now. Not a lot of help, but Aspas moves to heaven.
Nice.
Wow, that is sick.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a mistiming there by the looks of things. Trent.
1v2 Trent.
Now onto the side we go. Much of this timer had to lapse though when you're trying to be caught up.
He just
final boss.
Right straight away, no hesitation.
And you know
Let's
what?
Go.
He doesn't pie. He's 4-13. My goat.
My goat बोलता है भाई. Oh, caster diss कर रहा है.
Around by a thread. All right, that kill had me sweating. Not gonna lie. You know, it's not in the tournament anymore, but I thought that was popping for a second with that swing.
No pie.
No pie.
These are the things that we think about.
You will take any win you can get at this point for MIBR. Try to keep the vibes up.
So G2 obviously lost the bonus, and they're on this kind of buy. All right.
Yep, they have a buy that would really make you think
Sala
to go for some kind of double dash thing, except it is Baby Bay.
Wow. भाई G2 के पास पैसे होते हुए भी क्या?
Tex is one-shottable, by the way.
Who stands here? Who stands there? Tex is down, and he was the only one-shottable.
Stage 1 के पहले Tex को बाहर निकालने वाले हैं. लिख के ले लो.
What's the vision here for Jorg? Nothing but the frenzy.
I respect Jaw for he's always stuck to the frenzy.
Tex गायब है Stage 1 के बाद देखो.
Fell off. He'll still pick it up sometimes.
We saw him running down C-Long at Aspas with it on Haven. It was interesting.
All right, MIBR have gathered up for the B exec. Leaf is here. Jiggle peeking, just trying to play in the rat spot with the timing. Oh my God, he has the knife out, but MIBR going in. He's gone into the corner. He's got the
You've got to be kidding me! You just can't be doing that in this game.
Boy, अबे गन भी नहीं चाहिए उन लोग को हराने के लिए.
This is G2 with a really safe, conservative buy. They're up by 2, and Valen is trying to chase second.
He gets ahead of himself there. That's given MIBR an opportunity. Oh my God! Off the spike, Mazzino.
Nice.
In the hands of Drake.
भाई साहब, मेरे को लगा इको राउंड हार गए भाई. Let's go, MIBR.
Felt like it's a really doable
crazy
round.
भाई साहब.
Disadvantage. They lose a 2v4.
Had to be sweating there as an MIBR fan. Oh, that's a hell of a shot from Trent. But yeah, what is going on there with Valorant and the rest of the team? I mean, that looked ridiculous from the MIBR.
मेरे को लग रहा है टेक्स उधर बैठे-बैठे सो जाएगा.
Okay.
Bro hit the sticky keys. He's out of the game.
Hate it when that happens.
बस बस टेक्स से भी खराब खेल रहा है. MIBR online, yes. Let's go. Come back.
Never tried to find it in the last 20 years of gaming. All right,
Final
in deep, and he knows it's time to get out. Wasn't going to be able to get that.
Ulta जाएगा मुझे.
Sure.
But here comes the layers of stall utility.
One gets
Here's
one.
Valorant though. Can he get? Ooh, paranoid. This now is going to give that access to top mid from Zekken, forcing Leaf right back here at elbow. He's further forward than I would have expected.
Nice. Yo, in a bar.
No flash from Mazino, but just a jump swing.
6 round आ रहे हैं.
Swing to collect that kill is going to be enough. Zekken needs some assistance.
Not yet. आ गया. 6 round आ गया.
He's just determined to win these rounds, to will MIBR back.
ये हार गई ना MIBR तो फिर.
Money on the line for G2 right now. They have nothing in the bank.
Bayube wants to try and get through. Okay, has he seen enough? Yes, good flash utility from Trent, but Bayube is not positioned to make use of it. And now G2's money, it's kind of broke.
Zeno is just rocketing up the scoreboard at the moment. 19 kills. Top fragging despite this situation. The scoreline, the deficit. I like that from MIBR though, still remaining proactive in the post plant, making something happen with a lack of utility to just get another kill towards elbow.
Looks like the spacing there. I think maybe Trent was supposed to swing off that. It's unclear, but Zekken handled that really well. He and Mazino are looking excellent.
G2 looking to maybe activate a trap in B main, or rather just a instant play right with that vulnerable going out dash as well from Baby Bay.
अंक हरा रहा है अंक.
Well, can't refract anymore though, so is
पे कौन सा कीबोर्ड एक्सप्रेस कीबोर्ड?
Jod just tries to take a timing, but
final boss is online. Gira aspas.
Starting to see a lot of these
thunderstorm
attempted by G2 here.
Timing part 2. Yep, no big hit on the run, but that is a sick angle from Aspas.
Super nice. Yeah, he refuses to give up that mid presence. He's second of the round.
Gira aspas.
MIBR are stabilizing in this anti-eco. Now set up for the A split, but they still do have to deal with 2 G2 players.
Okay, Stinger swing. Good for one.
Arre, Trent.
Okay. We just need to slow it down a little bit, I feel. Trent looking for a yard swing.
Oh my god.
Does he know?
Timing is crazy. Final boss.
He's not checking. He doesn't know. He doesn't know! 2v2. Trent on the line. Verno with a swing out. Leaf now is on his way over, so maybe some time needs to be bought. Seekers are active, and Trent wants to play off them, but is this going to line up with Leaf's arrival timing? Trailblazer for Leaf to play off? Wait a minute.
Oh, Zekken on the run. A couple shock darts, by the way, if they tap the spike.
Rifle upgrade.
Isolated.
Could be happening here. Verno trying to cover the spike, and G2 have recovered. Yeah, Leaf and Trent. That is gross. That's gross.
Stunned and pretty devastating.
हारा हुआ राउंड जीत गए बे.
Their hopes of winning this game.
Eco round था eco.
They were up in a 5-on-3 in the anti-eco. What was this? The kill from Trent is crazy. And then they're just not expecting playing out in the open. The Trent could be wrapping around elbow, but they knew he was on site. Of course he could be going elbow.
That is nuts. The two supportive players in Trent and Leaf.
Oh, that is just
ranked match.
Speechless there for a second when you lose a round like that on the comeback attempt. Valen right into the smoke.
और Zekken मार दिया.
Mazino wasn't the one that went down, so Zekken cannot be returned to the fray. Baby Bay inside the smoke. He wants to fight it in mid. It's getting messy. He's hit with a hinder.
Final boss.
Now the presence over the A through elbow is there for MIBR. Trent down to a checks notes fragment. And now G2 with 2 come back in. There is a kill command, a kill contract rather for Jaw.
One enemy remaining.
Might just want to save it a little bit as Mazino posts.
God, even still,
Shot.
those MIBR players getting low. Leaf lines them up, but Verno on the swing.
Bro, Verno tilted है. Verno का खत्म.
But able to win that
Verno का
round
खत्म है अंदर से.
Mazino is
दिमाग खत्म हो गया है भाई.
to find kills, to find impact. Mid round.
Okay.
अबे teabag कर रहा है.
Look, eventually, though, in every Valorant comeback, when you're trying to get back to 12 rounds, when the other team has the lead, you will eventually go into the round where everyone has an ult.
और तू वापिस कल खेलेगा.
That is the most dangerous one. eco for G2, but surely they would never win an eco to close out the game against MIBR, trying to make a comeback in the middle round finals to qualify for Santiago.
That's very specific.
They would never do that.
Very specific. But either way you slice it, it's 5.
मैच MVP है 22. अबे तो मैच MVP बनने से क्या गेम जीत जाओगे?
They do find one of those players so deep over towards that A side of the map.
एक और इको राउंड आ गया ना अगर.
Vulnerable, so he gets one tapped by a ghost. What a crazy sync of that utility. Leaf in the corner with the shot.
का आज भी गेम बजेगा, कल भी गेम बजेगा मेरे को तो लगता है.
Baby Bay, Rat, Atui.
Oh my, what a tornado to catch.
Wild क्यों कर रहे हो Baby Bay?
Joe's going to back away. He knows things are getting a little bit dicey now in this kind of round. Trying to be anticipatory. But eventually this push
Final boss!
Overextends to that information.
MIBR now on this pivot towards B. Crossfire set up though for mid. That's
Zeno can't clear.
The players are a great shot though.
1, 2, 3. Oh, surely not. Spike's been dropped and Leaf tries to go ham with the classic, but Aspas is low. He's a one shot to Trent.
Spike has to be recovered. Trent now knows that player in mid will be running towards that B site. Zekken has adjusted. He can play over towards heaven.
He's got a gun.
That is the perfect position for Zekken to close out this round. The two stars of MIBR.
But they are split. There's no crossfire here.
क्या
Trent
बात
can
है?
set up. If he works around on the right, hard for Zekken to see him.
Ooh, timing, bro, timing.
They passed each other.
About the timing for
Trent's
that.
not going to be ready for the swing around the corner. Oh my goodness, I speak too soon. And now he spotted Zekken. Time though is of the essence. Paranoia comes in. Trent peels himself off the side. 9 in the chamber. Scant seconds remaining. Zekken won't give him anything to shoot at right now. The jump up. 6 bullets. Time!
Bro, these guys are so trash, chat. They are so trash. Absolute garbage, bro.
I can't believe
Nah, bro.
Not only to qualify for Santiago, but to do it in such a fashion. Trent saves the day. Gigabrain 1v2.
Eco round हारते हैं भाई. Eco round.
Of why G2 are the Damocles sword of Americas. It might not happen to the
Let's
upper
go.
bracket, but when they come down, it'll be felt.
Now on a 7-map win streak to be the second team to qualify for Masters Santiago. This new iteration of G2, this new style that they're coming out with, it's the most exciting,
guys. Well played.
fun this team has ever been to watch. And
Well
it
played.
might also be the most deadly they are to play against. Now having Baby Bay picking up that waylay jaw on the other duelist roles, he is back. He was really the lightning rod of so much critique early in this G2 run. Didn't really feel comfortable on that agent, but now after that loss to Furia, they have bounced back, looking maybe better than ever. I think you could argue that, but always for this G2 squad, they will have doubters until they're at that international event putting up performances like they have here. But I feel like you can trust that this team should be making a deep run there. They look so sick. They played 2 maps today. They hadn't played
Big boy Andre
in this run, and they come out with crazy comps cooked up where you have to give a lot of credit to Josh working behind the scenes to maximize the potential of this team. The return of the Baby Bay duelist out in full form. Valen today was insane.
Lights out. Just an unbelievable game from him. And yes, the world, once again, are going to have to reckon with G2, but it's a whole new look, like you said, catalyzed by the addition of a 30-year-old ex-esports commentator. If they take about
30-year-old ex-esports commentator बोलता है भाई. चलो, that is it, chat. I'll catch up with you all tomorrow. हर्ष भाई भी आएंगे साथ में watch party, all-time watch party, last day of kickoff. We're gonna enjoy, we're gonna have a ball. Alright. Easy game था G2 के लिए, माँ कसम देखने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं थी, पर I'm so glad कि मैंने ये गेम देखा. Just to know कि कल MIBR बहुत ही घटिया खेलने वाली है. चलो, बाय बाय दोस्तों, टेक केयर, मिलते हैं कल के दिन.